looks like he's writing something down. Police.
Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps and I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Down. Strap season. Y'all know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the board. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes. I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up.
If I let my dogs off the leash, then you might want to get out of Dodge by the evening. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind at the evening.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a... When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes. I'm the kingpin.
What's going on, my peoples? What's happening out there, man? What a great weekend of boxing. What's going on, Jeff? Oh, what's happening with you? Salute to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Smash the like button on your way in. Man, what a great weekend of boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here chasing money, you know what I'm saying? But, I did get it in, man. You know what I'm saying? We had a great weekend. That was a great show. Y'all check that out if you get a chance. We was tripping all night, man. A lot of surprises. A lot of surprises. I mean, I expected, Tank to do what he did, but he did. Tank always shows more ring IQ when he fights. He always puts on a show. That power is exceptional. And another surprise was Boots and Rashid Elias. That was a big surprise. The way he got washed, what I'm saying, by Villa. And Boots, what I'm saying, he was a shocker too. What I'm saying, even though my man, what I'm saying, everybody, they act like you hating on Boots. When you talk about what's, his flaws, or when you want to criticize him, but we criticize every fighter. What I'm saying? It's just that when you criticize the fighter that everybody, likes, or a certain boxing fan like, they don't want to hear that shit, right? And it is what it is, what I'm saying? The man, Boots, you know, he's looked at as the boogeyman, right? And if you looked at as the boogeyman, saying, yeah, you can have a bad performance, but this dude, the expectations are going to be put on you. So people can't get mad because that's what boxing fans do. We put expectations on fighters. EJ, so when he go out there, he got to put on a great performance because heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? But see, a lot of these fans, they be too much into their goddamn emotions, right? You can't be into your emotions because that's what boxing fans do. We watch fights and we criticize the fighters, right? Based on their performance, right? So it's nothing new, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody keep trying to reinvent the wheel when it comes to boxing. They keep trying to change the game. What we just supposed to sit there and just look at it and don't have no thoughts about the damn fight? You know what I'm saying? No, we gonna talk about it. We're gonna see what we see and we're gonna talk about it. And in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it was the style that the dude used to, and I agree he did run around the ring. You know what I'm saying? But it was a tactic. It was a tactic that, Boots had to think through and he had to shut shit down. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't really, what I'm saying, like his boxing IQ, he couldn't really shut it down. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you, I think that if that was Earl Spence Jr., he would have cut him off. He would have locked him in and he would have beat the shit out of him. Right? And I think that's due to experience. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we was talking about with Boots Ennis, right? About his experience level. You know what I'm saying? That's where experience comes in. And he showed where he lacked experience in cutting off the ring and being able to get this guy up out of there, even though he was highly awkward. And see, that's a good fight for Boots. That's a good experience for Boots. You know what I'm saying? But it shows that he's still developing though, is what I'm saying. Now, he won't have the same problems with Errol Spence Jr. What's going on, Andrew Smith? What's going on, Booby Billions? What's going on, bro? He says, yeah, that's a tactic. You know what I'm saying? So, we saw Rigondeaux do that shit. We saw a few fighters, what I'm saying, through boxing use that running around the ring shit. And, but it's up to Boots, what I'm saying, if he want to maintain, what I'm saying. We know Boots can win the fight. We knew Terrence Crawford could beat David Avanesian, right? You know what I'm saying? But Terrence Crawford went out there and knocked out David Avanesian like he's supposed to do, right? So imagine if Terrence Crawford would have went 12 rounds with David Avanesian, right? You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not saying that, we know that Boots could beat this guy, you know what I'm saying? But we're so used to seeing Boots put on a spectacular performance and, figure it out because, you already think that his boxing IQ seemed like it's at a high level. But what we saw was not that he don't have a high boxing IQ, but he still have some areas, say he had to work on. And I don't know if it was just because he was trying to get the knockout so bad and trying to put on a show, and that's where he messed up, and he could have just like broke him down systematically, what I'm saying, and got him up out of there. Or what I'm saying, because he was throwing some of the shit he was throwing, it was like he was just trying to, what I'm saying, he was just trying to get him up out of there. Like some of them he was throwing off balance. He didn't have to worry about this guy too much because this guy was throwing. Damn, was that my phone? Mm. He was throwing some haymakers in there, and that's unlike Boots, to throw haymakers like that. And looked like he couldn't reach the guy. Look, he just couldn't catch his timing. He would catch him on the pivots, and but he was breaking him down. He just didn't have enough time, and he didn't go balls to the walls either to get the KO. And to me, even Tank looked like he had more experience than Boots. You know what I'm saying? The way he was patient, he took his time, and he just, he just put that power on Garcia, and I think that's something Boots could take from that. You know what I'm saying? Take your time, break the opponent down, and say get the KO. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was just rushing it. Saying Boots everything he does. Say he try to do it quick, and he tries to saying like it ain't like it's no effort to it. But it looked like he was trying. He looked like he was some effort to it. this weekend, because Karen wasn't playing. Karen wasn't trying to stand in front of Boots and get Falumaloon. That's one thing. That's one thing. Karen wasn't. He wasn't about to become a highlight reel. He wasn't about to get knocked out. He was like, hell no, dog. You said you just gonna have to look bad tonight, and that's what he did. You know, he just moved on. And I thought he would slow down, but hell, he never did. He never did. At one point, it looked like Boots was gonna catch him. At one point, he started kind of like banging with Boots a little bit here and there, but you know, you do have to prepare. You know what I'm saying? Even though you might be more talented and more, you know what I'm saying, more highly skilled, but you still got to study your opponent. You know what I'm saying? It didn't look like he was prepared for what this dude, you know what I'm saying, was going to bring to the table. I don't know if any of his people watch Karen or anything like that, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody just kind of gave Boots the knockout before he got in there. And that's what I'm trying to tell boxing fans. Don't just crown Boots the king. You know what I'm saying? He got to get in there. He's got to fight two really good champions. And he probably just going to end up fighting Errol Spence Jr. I don't think he's going to fight Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? The reluctant warrior. You know what I'm saying? The propaganda king. The dude who always got something to say, but never get in the ring with nobody real. We just got to listen to Bernie. We got to listen to him and his team Cap all day. You know what I'm saying? We got to listen to them to Cap all day about bullshit. You know, this is Jeff Fox says, "Old boy had great footwork." Yes, he did. You know what I'm saying? But that's all he had. That's all he had was great footwork. You know, every now and then he'll go in there and pop Boots because he, you know, one thing I notice about fighters is they get bored in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And you could catch them sleeping. You know what I'm saying? And Karen, he didn't have no kind of power or nothing like that, no kind of pop to his punches, but he was hitting Boots every now and then. He would lull him to sleep with that footwork, and then he'll dart in and he'll hit. But so he hit Boots with a couple of things. I was surprised, but that was because Boots was tired of chasing him. You know what I'm saying? Every time he gets set, you know, he couldn't get his defense. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get in defense mode because he had to catch up with this guy, and by the time he catch up with this guy would dart in and hit him with a couple of shots, then run again. And you know, so you know he was slipping a lot of stuff. He was, but you can't move that much, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the dude didn't win a round. I mean, so that tells you a lot right there. He didn't win one round, you know, because he wasn't trying to win. He was just trying to go to 12 rounds like Mikey Garcia did with Earl Spence Jr. Hmm. Hmm. What's going on, bro?
What's up?
What's up? So do you think Boots is ready?
Yes,
You think he's ready? So
absolutely.
you think it was just a style thing, or just this tactic, this run tactic thing this guy was doing that made him look awkward in there?
I mean, it's one thing to be moving,
Mm.
but if you're moving but not winning rounds, what are you really doing? You're just surviving. You're basically running. You know, like
Yeah.
he was down at least 9 rounds up until round 9. You know, usually fighters, if they're down that much, it's like, you know what, I need to turn up and get the knockout because I'm losing on the cards, right? He didn't even do that. He was there to survive. I mean, good for him. He did that. But
But
I've never seen anybody get credit for surviving in a fight.
well, Mikey
But
Garcia got credit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's like Aerosmith Jr. couldn't knock out Mikey Garcia, and all Mikey Garcia was
mhm.
doing was blocking punches and trying to survive, you know what I'm saying? And you know, tooting his little horn after every round, even though he was getting Falumaloon most of the damn round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, you know, mhm.
yeah, and I'm not gonna go too far and say that Boots was spectacular in this fight, because he definitely needs to learn how to cut off the ring. I think somebody like a Virgil Ortiz probably would have stopped Buddy Karen, because his style, he's a pressure fighter. He knows how to cut off the ring, things like that.
Mhm.
Uh,
I
Boots is more
think
of
I
a
think
boxer,
I
puncher
think
type.
Boots I think Boots can cut off the ring. I think he just was trying to put on such a spectacular performance that he got outside himself.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he knows how
Also,
to cut off the ring. I just think he didn't want to put in the work to technically break this guy down. I think because the dude was just so sorry. Um,
yeah.
Yo,
and
I want to see
I think
Karen again. I feel like he's. I'm not gonna lie. His gas tank and his footwork really impressed me because I feel like a lot of guys, if he doesn't want to get knocked out, a lot of guys will struggle fighting somebody like that if he has that same game plan.
well,
yo,
I think if they fought again, I think Boots would like really like
Go to the body.
technically break. Yeah, I think he would really technically, break this guy down.
hey,
I
hey,
think I
boy.
think he didn't. I think he didn't respect. Hold on, so I think he didn't respect this dude. You know what I'm saying? I think he wanted a spectacular, easy knockout, and it was just
Hmm.
more work. It was just a little bit. He just overlooked the movement. He didn't think this guy would just move like that for the whole round. He wasn't ready for that. And I don't know who watches tape in his camp, but they're gonna have to start taking a peek at the people that they're fighting.
Yep.
So 'cause they,
The
they should have been
arrogance.
ready. They should have been ready
Arrogance.
for that.
His
You
dad
know.
said him. His dad said he don't watch tape on him. But my little synopsis on this thing is Boots ain't ready for Earl, man. One thing Earl don't get credit for is his feet, man. Earl got some great feet, man. And Boots couldn't even. I just don't think he ready, bro. He just ain't ready because people forget Earl can box. He don't gotta just come forward, man.
We're not finna box with this dude.
You know, man, shit. He
Because
boxed with Danny.
the way
He
I see
boxed with
that
Mike.
fight, the
He
way I
boxed with
see
Danny
that
and Mike.
fight, Earl gonna be the one on the front foot, unless you trying to tell us that Booth is gonna be the one walking down Earl Spence.
You never know with Earl. You never know
No,
with Earl.
I think Boots understands that you got to fight Earl Spence Jr. You can't just box him. You know what I'm saying? I think and Boots got the size to fight Earl Spence Jr. A lot of people don't see a lot of the fighters down at 147. They can't stand toe to toe with EJ. You know what I'm saying? But I think Boots has enough mass. He's a natural welterweight to be able to. Now I'm not saying that he's going to be able to battle EJ off that front line. I have to see that and keep the stamina going into the second half because one thing EJ does is he fight 3 minutes of every round. And I haven't seen Boots do that, because he haven't had to do that.
It seemed like he
But
was he was letting
You
off the
know what's
gas a
funny?
little bit and like
You
for
know,
the later rounds.
but okay, but this is my issue with some Spence fans and some Crawford fans. They're like, okay, so this is proof that he can't beat Spencer Crawford. Okay, well, you know what? If that's the case, then there should be no reason why they
I said
shouldn't
this.
fight him right now.
I said this
Take
before the fight.
advantage.
He could beat
You see
him.
weaknesses, fight him.
well,
And
number
plus, it ain't no
one,
reason to fight him right now,
I
bro.
I, I think I
See, there
think
we go. Because you're still
well
scared.
It ain't
I
who's
think
scared of the fight, nigga. It ain't no
I
reason to
think
fight.
I think
What he gonna
EJ
get?
would I think EJ would fight Boots, but EJ is trying to get what I'm saying, the bigger prize. He's trying to go up instead of down. Boots would be
Hmm.
going down. You know what I'm saying? I think that with him being the interim champion, that he would have to fight him. You know what I'm saying? If he stays at 147, he would have to fight Boots. And so I don't think that's a problem. I think everybody's just creating a narrative right now. But EJ already been
But
to his fight.
how's it?
EJ
Is it
EJ
really
already.
going down?
Well, I mean,
Because
I don't know because EJ is trying to get a fight with either Terrence Crawford or Keith Thurman. He got that. See, so he's still at 147. You see what I'm saying? So he's still trying to get that belt for undisputed. How he's going to just change his focus? He already said he had a plan. All these fighters got a plan. We just,
Bro,
EJ
Earl
said what he
got
wanted.
Earl
EJ
got
this
too
said,
much pride.
this
Earl
was the
got too
thing
much
with
pride to try
the
to box
biggest
this
box.
kid.
It ain't no monetary gain fighting Boots, bro. You know what I'm saying if he beat Boots right now, I guess people gonna say, "Oh, he too early. It's too young. He too young."
No,
Wait,
no,
wait
that's
till
well,
not
him
what they're
get
going.
some.
I don't, I
That's what
don't,
they
I
do,
don't
bro.
think
That's what they do.
I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is that Boots just don't have shit to offer. Period. Like, what I'm saying?
Mm,
He had like zero to offer him. He has everything to gain and nothing to lose. You see what I'm saying? So it's like for EJ to fight this fight,
It's a lose lose.
and nobody knows Boots like that. So,
the
I
boogeyman
mean,
because, and I say boogeyman because Karen fought him like he's the boogeyman. That man, if he went in that fight like that was prime Mike Tyson, he wanted nothing to do with engaging with this dude.
What you expect him to
I
do?
mean,
Shit.
see, that's the narrative. See, because
I want to see Earl.
nobody
Earl's gonna have
seen,
heart.
nobody's seen, anything Boots has done but beat up C class fighters. You see what I'm saying? When you beating up
Mhm.
C class fighters, he hasn't beaten like a killer or something like that. Now, if he was smoking killers, then you could say that. But see now, we looking at boxing today. We looking at a bunch of journeymen getting beat up, and we're saying, "Damn, that dude is
Right.
that dude is awesome."
The
You know what I'm
same
saying?
shit with
No,
Bud.
Hey
yeah,
man, if that
you
was
got it
Stanionis last night instead of Karen,
right now.
you
If
would
that
have
was standing on this, I would have been
bro.
like, "God damn."
Boots
Or
You
look like he
Virgil
ain't even had no
Ortiz.
patience, bro.
stylistically, Stanionis, Mister Cement Feet. No disrespect to him. Come on, man, that dude is tailor made for Boots Ennis. He would have beat the dog shit out of that dude.
You got a super
Yeah,
sticker
I believe
for him.
that too. I do believe that too. But that's the caliber of fighter we want to see him in there with.
But
He's built up
them,
so much
but
that we want to
don't you
see
think?
him.
Yeah, don't you
Mhm.
think those guys know it too? That's why they don't put him in there with guys like Boots Ennis. That's why you got to go to Ukraine and find a Karen.
Well, ain't nobody trying to fight him because they don't gain nothing for real.
Okay,
It's a lose-lose, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that and
Boots got to
there's
give him a
only
top 10 fight.
he in a
well that
difficult position because if he'd have knocked out Karen in 2 rounds, oh, he just knocked out another bum. If he goes 12 rounds with this
yeah
dude, he's
yeah that's true
overhyped. It's
That's
he's
it,
in a
though.
that's
lose.
true
They did the same shit to EJ. That's just how it go when you come
that's
up in
true.
boxing,
I
bro.
mean, yeah, we don't have like those good mid level fighters that were like really good as hell, and they
Like,
just like
like
one intangible off from being a champion. We don't have those kind of dudes
we don't
no
really
more.
got no Emmanuel Augustus type
Well,
fighter.
Keith Thurman, he's a good gatekeeper, right now. But
He got
hell,
decent footwork too.
but he's not active enough, and what I'm saying, we
Yeah.
just don't have those kind of mid-range fighters where you say, "Damn, man, he beat Josecito Lopez ass." You know what I'm saying? That damn, he beat Lamont Peterson ass, man. Oh my God,
What do you mean by mid range? You mean like mid level?
yeah, mid-level.
Oh no, there's plenty of them, and I actually maybe even
Yeah, like a
above
Sean
mid
Porter.
level.
No, no,
I
no.
know
I
I think
mean,
there's
I'm talking
at
about dudes who
welterweight.
could be. I'm talking about dudes who could possibly be champions.
Oh no,
They
there's a couple.
turned into gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? And I look at Keith Thurman like
Like
that.
who?
You know what I'm saying?
Name some.
And Stanionis, Butayev, Cody
You said it's a
Crowley.
couple.
Yeah, yeah. But those dudes are already contenders in the sanctioned bodies. They're not going to fight Boots because unless you know what I'm saying they're going for a title. You know what I'm saying? Like I think
Mm.
it was Boots and Stanionis supposed to have fought.
Well,
Um,
Butayev should have no issues because he done lost
Man,
to Stanionis. But
Butaev is trash, bro.
Yeah, you
Why
study
you don't?
naming him like he's somebody.
Why you? I mean, I bet
no,
on
he a good fighter,
Butaev
bro.
against Stanionis.
He
Man,
gave Stanionis
Stanionis
hell.
went in there and beat his ass, man.
Nah,
I was,
that was a close fight. Okay, maybe Stanionis.
man, Butaev was fucked up, man. His body was red. I'm talking about, man, Butaev ran out of steam. I was like, man,
Okay.
what?
Y'all
How
gotta
about
stop with
this?
that shit
Would
of
it be a
Boots being
statement if
scared of
he
people, though,
stopped
bro.
Butayev because that dude
Man,
ain't never been close to being
I
stopped?
picked Butaev to beat Stanionis, and man, I looked at that shit out like, God damn,
Okay, when
Butaev.
you was watching that fight, did you see Stanionis hurt that man one time? Nope.
Yeah,
Did,
yeah, he
No,
did
he
you
started
see
didn't.
Boots
slowing
hurt
down. That
old boy last
motherfucker
night?
started slowing down at the end of the
But he
fight.
was never hurt, never stopped, never wobbled. If Boots could stop him, that's a statement.
What that got to do with losing, bro? You know what I'm
Because
saying?
that's a tough, durable fighter. Like, and he's
Man,
gonna come to
shit. I
fight.
mean, a punching bag. A
He
tough
ain't no punching
punching
bag.
bag.
He was getting some shit off on Stanionis
Yeah,
too.
he did. He got on some stuff. I thought I picked him to win. You know what I'm saying? And man, he went in there. He just looked. He was
He
looking
beat the dog
crazy
shit
in
out of
there, man.
Jamal James, who's a interim
Oh yeah,
champ.
man. Come on, man. Jamal
Ooh,
James. Jamal James ain't got no power, bro. I
he sure
mean, he's a
don't.
good boxer, but he's like your boy, what's his name? Damn, just fought damn, I can't even get Maurice Hooker. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
Maurice Hooker. Well, no. Well, the reason I say
this
Butayev
weak.
is because he ain't no bitch. He gonna come to fight.
Well, yeah, he will do that. He'll come to
I
get
want to
beat up.
see
Oh,
that.
let me get this super sticker. What's going on, Don Pants? I see your super sticker. Thank you, Queen, and I appreciate that you coming through.
Hey,
Um,
bro, go
go
ahead,
ahead,
bro.
bro.
I was just gonna say, bro. So you think everybody just scared to fight Boots? That's what you think?
Not scared. Not the fighters themselves, but the promoters are not like they're not willing to do that right now. until he becomes like a
Cause it ain't worth
champion.
it. If you had a fighter, you would have him fight Booth. If he was a champion for pride or some shit like that.
Well, let's say you were a promoter for like a dude like Stanionis who's close for a title contention with a Spence or somebody like that.
Hmm.
Why would you risk putting him in there with Booth right now?
Okay, that's all we saying. When y'all
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
put Earl in there, that's all everybody saying, bro.
Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
I mean, EJ, nobody wanted to fight EJ when he ain't have shit. Only Kell Brook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think he became mandatory for Kell Brook, and
Kell
that's the
Brook.
only reason Kell
Kell
Brook
Brook, he
fought.
done.
Kell Brook went up
Kell
to
Brook.
one. He went up the middleweight to fight Triple G to get away from EJ.
Man,
If he would have won that title from Triple G, he would have never came back.
That
man, he
You know
would have
motherfucker
what I'm
never
done.
saying?
came back, bro.
Hey,
He
if
would have.
Karen was like piecing him up and like jabbing him all night and and like run out, not running around the ring, but
Booth
basically
said he
moving and
landed a
He was
lot.
jabbing
smart.
and just piecing his ass. Okay, then that'd be a different story. I'm like, okay, he getting outboxed,
But Boost,
but
he
he
That's
looked
what
wasn't
I
like
even
he
heard.
doing
wasn't
that, bro.
patient
He was
last
just
night, bro. He like he ain't had no patience, bro. And he was throwing
yeah,
some punches, bro. He was swinging
Well, I
all the
mean,
way
it
around, bro.
looked like he had to have his feet set
yeah.
to
He got off base a bunch of times.
right. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he had to have his feet. I was like, damn, I thought, 'cause I think of his athletic ability on another level. You know what I'm saying? I think he was one of the most athletic fighters I've seen. But then the way he looked, the way his footwork looked, at first he came out, he was like ducking and sliding. And I said, shit, Bruce should have knocked this dude out. Then all of a sudden he started looking clumpy in the ring trying to follow this guy around. I was like, so I think he was just loading up too much.
Well, you
It's,
think his dad in him like a little too arrogant? You remember his dad said, I don't watch film. He said I just watch him the first round and then I
no, because I mean, because well,
Sounds
I
like
mean,
arrogance to me.
I just think that Boots he's on another level, and he thought he was going to be able to go in there and make adjustments. You know what I'm saying, as to what he saw, and the dude was he just came in there with a whole backwards situation, running, just moving too much and not really engaging. Nobody's ready for a fight like
I
that.
ain't seen no European move like that, man. I ain't seen
Yeah,
no
but
European.
one good thing I did see is Karen only landed like 5 jabs. So I mean that's
Bro,
pretty
Booth
good.
said
Oh,
he landed
he
about
landed
on
more
him.
than 5 jabs, bro. I
Oh
mean,
no, he was landing like hooks and like
mhm.
overhand lefts, but he wasn't really landing any jabs. But he doesn't
Well,
really throw jabs
he
like
didn't
that.
want to open
That's
himself up
bad.
too much. He didn't want to
Yeah,
open it
yeah,
because
he would have got hurt.
he would he got Fumaloon because he took some hard shots and he was like, hell no, bro. He was like, hell to the no. Boots did connect.
Yeah,
He was like, no, bro. He
yeah.
said, you getting too close. What's going on, John? What's happening inside the square circle? What's going on, film
What's
study? What's
going
going on,
on,
brothers?
Pooh? What's up? What's up?
Going on, fellas?
Yeah.
I just jumped on.
Yeah.
What
So
y'all
y'all
talking?
do
What we
y'all
talking
think
about?
y'all think y'all
Shit,
think
can y'all
Boots
hear
ready to
me?
take over the yeah, I can hear you.
Alright.
Y'all think Boots ready to take over, you know what I'm saying? For the takeover?
Not just
Or
yet.
due to
Not just yet.
hmm what
To
did you
be honest,
see? What makes you think, that he ain't ready?
Who you asking?
Anybody can answer that.
Oh
you
well,
should
John?
know, right? Well, I think me personally, what I saw, I mean, he had some trouble with the feet of Karen. But me
Hmm.
personally, I think that's just something he's gonna have to deal with. That's just every fighter has a weakness. That's just his weakness. He don't have the fastest feet. I don't think that's something that he should like stall his career over. I mean, if they offer him the EJ fight next, take that fight. I still
Oh,
think he has a
he
good chance of
would.
winning. Yeah, he should. I still think he has a good chance of winning. It's just he got exposed a little bit, but it's not like the exposed way where you don't think
Mm,
he's the fighter he is anymore. He's still that same fighter, but he does have flaws. He's not
yeah.
as athletic as we thought he was.
Yeah. Well,
He,
Bad.
he's at
yeah.
he's athletic in a different kind of way than what we expect from most black athletic fighters because he's kind of big for 147, so he's not going to be moving like a traditional 147. I mean, that's just what it is.
Yeah, and I was kind of shocked by what's going on, Just Do Boxing. Y'all subscribe to Just Do Boxing on the winning team. What's going on, my brother? Ain't see you in a minute. And Calvin Ringo, what's going on? Derek Smith said, "What's going on, bro?" He says I like Derek James. He said I don't watch boxing unless my fighter is fighting them. And but what was he doing at the fight? That was an interesting thing. Was he scouting Boots?
Scouting.
You think
Scouting.
he was?
I think he might have been
He wasn't
scouting
there for no
Tank.
damn tank fight. That was
I think he
cap.
might have been scouting Tank for Martin. I mean, I,
That too. You know what?
Shit, it's probably
Two
both.
kill two birds with one stone.
Both of y'all probably
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
it was probably both, but I would definitely probably put more stock in. He was probably scouting Tank just to see where he at. This is kind of a step up fight for Tank, so he just want to see in person like where he at probably.
Yeah, Derek a chess master, man.
Yeah, they was on Derek
Oh
James'
yeah, take off
ass
your
about.
YouTube in the background.
What y'all
They
think
was
about
on.
Boots and Jab?
What happened?
Well, I think I think his jab is okay. I just think this opponent, he didn't respect him. He didn't really, say he wanted to go in there and get the quick knockout, and it wasn't that kind of night. He had to like really think about how to catch this guy. This guy was moving 100 miles per hour in the ring,
Hey,
bro.
Pooh, I heard somebody say they think somebody said they think he kind of ain't he folded under the bright lights a little bit. Like, not that he wasn't fighting good,
Yeah,
but
Boots.
it was too much pressure to you know what I'm saying, he was too excited.
Yeah.
Nah, I think this dude was extremely awkward, bro. I mean, the way he came out, bro, he was way out of range,
But
way out of
but
range.
like so, because matchmaking is very important in boxing. You
Right.
think they would put, like, for example, Tank Davis? You think they would put a dude like a Karen in there with him for a pay-per-view fight? That wouldn't be good for TV, would it?
I mean, but
'Cause-
you saw that dude, Sandor Martin with Tio, right?
right.
You know what I'm
But that was
saying? And
Tio's
Tio,
fault. They picked that dude.
right?
He
But
could
I'm
have
just
fought
saying.
Barboza.
I'm just
Okay, I
saying.
understand.
When you got somebody moving like that, and
Yeah.
you type fight, you're a counter puncher and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Mostly, your
Yeah,
thing, it's hard to fight somebody and you're a counter puncher. You know what I'm
I,
saying? But
that
mhm.
happens.
I see
Every
EJ
every
getting rid of
every
somebody
big
like that
fighter
though.
has to get a fight like that. Tank got Gamboa, and that was an ugly fight. Gamboa was doing every veteran tactic you can think of, trying to not get knocked out.
I see EJ
And that's
getting
just
You
a
rid of
know,
test. That's a test you gotta go through. Um as a fighter who's trying to get to the next level, that's a test you gotta pass. I
Yeah,
think
I think
I describe Bud as like a matador. That Spanish bull people that, what I'm talking about, a matador.
yeah.
Like that's Bud's style. Has Bud ever had to fight a dude like a Karen where he had to, like, basically chase this dude and he wasn't trying to engage with him whatsoever?
Well,
I don't think Bud would chase a
No.
guy like that. He would definitely invite him in, start
yeah.
stepping
Well,
back more.
But what if he don't
Bud
want to
would.
come in because he's scared of getting knocked out?
The one thing about Bud is he ain't gonna rush you in like that. You know
Yeah,
what
he's
I'm
not
saying?
Okay.
gonna do
He'll
I
that.
guess
he'll
we're just gonna be
he'll
stagnated
stand
then, because
he'll
it's gonna be a
he'll
boring
stand
fight.
he'll stand in front of you and wait and do nothing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I've seen
Damn.
Bud do that. He'll just stand there and just lean and play and lick his tongue out and throw little tiny punches just to try to bait you. And see, Bud,
yep.
that's his
y'all
Bud.
That's his
Bud
mo. He don't chase
y'all think
ever.
Boots got good footwork? Y'all think he cut off the ring good?
No,
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 but he does
no,
have good
no.
footwork,
His
but he did
footwork,
not cut off
no,
the ring well.
no,
So
no.
he
His
got
He
good
footwork
has
not
footwork, but he can't
good.
cut
footwork.
off the
It's
ring.
just he's just slow. It is
He's
what
Boots,
it
definitely not
is.
It's
slow.
Canelo
He's
shit.
slow. He
what you
has
think,
Canelo
Pooh?
feet. It is
It's
I
what
just
it
think
is.
Canelo
Buddy had better footwork
syndrome.
than him, which is rare. I don't
What you
think he's
think,
gonna
Well,
fight
Pooh?
I
anybody like
just
this ever
I
again.
think I think Boots was frustrated, and I think he took his start taking his time and start hitting him where he could hit him. And he was trying to get him out of there on the pivots because soon as he pivot, he would go to his body, and then he would catch him up top a couple of times on them pivots, and so he was just trying to hit what he could hit, until the dude
You
slowed
know,
down a little bit.
Canelo used to
Hmm.
go through the same thing. They would escape from Canelo all night, going from one post to one post, and at that sooner or later he had to figure it out. Like, I gotta cut the ring off. I gotta meet them at the spot that they're trying to get out of. He
Hmm.
would what he would do. He would start noticing where they want to exit, where it was the left side or the right side, which punch they're reacting to. So he would start feinting. He would get him in that corner, give him that stiff arm of offense. Put his hand on their head or whatever, get him and put him in place and start popping on them. That's
Right.
what Boots got to do. Boots can't chase these guys.
But
He don't have the
Where
also,
skill
the
speed for
also
that.
at the same
adjustments? Why
time,
can't make no adjustments?
go ahead.
For
What's
some
that?
reason, he wanted to catch him clean. For some reason he wanted a spectacular hook knockout on this dude, and he didn't want to work for it. He didn't want to do a workman type, situation
Yeah.
with this guy. He wanted to catch
Aaron
him
was tough
clean.
too because he did get some shit off on him. Aaron was able to,
Karen had a beard though. That wasn't gonna. That
yeah.
one shot wasn't
Yeah,
gonna do it.
them wood choppers be tough, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he had a
saying?
I
beard.
try to
Man.
tell y'all, don't underestimate these Ukrainian fighters. They got that Soviet style.
Them motherfuckers over there at war, so they gonna be fighting their ass off anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfucker out there doing
Look,
sit-ups.
Usyk, Lomachenko, all these dudes got good footwork.
Usyk.
Yeah. So y'all think Boots do got footwork? He just can't. He wasn't cutting out the ring good. That's y'all saying?
Right. Right.
Okay.
I just think he
Yeah,
got
he
limitations, but
I think
I
he got
you
mean,
know,
good feet.
okay, let's say he fought Devin Haney last night, Karen. Obviously, he wouldn't fight Devin Haney the same way he fought Boots, but let's say he did. Do
Right.
you think Devin Haney will be able to cut off the ring? Is that really his style?
You think I'm saying, but EJ, I think people forget how good EJ feet is, man. I think EJ could have stopped that dude last night.
I mean,
yeah, I do
EJ fought
too.
a dude. EJ's fought a dude who didn't want to fight, Mikey Garcia, and Mikey survived. And
But
Mikey doesn't even
Mikey is
have
a
that
hell of
great.
He
a
He
looked
has
Mikey is a
okay
dominant
pound
in
for
footwork.
that
pound
fight
fighter,
though.
bro. Mikey
EJ
a
was
pound for pound fighter.
dominant in that fight.
Yeah,
But
Mikey's
Mikey's
a
a
pound
little
for pound
man.
fighter, bro.
but
Still,
one thing about it, any pro boxer, if they don't want to get knocked out, so all they have to do is don't open up.
Yeah,
You know what
but
I'm
right.
saying? And
you
and move. That's it. And
but you
that's what
can't compare
Karen
Mikey
did.
Garcia to Karen though. That's a whole different
Okay,
caliber.
okay. Let me give you another example. Inouye versus that one dude, Paul Butler, who doesn't have anywhere near the
We talking
footwork of
about
this
EJ though,
Karen.
bro. We talking about
Come on,
EJ.
bro. Come
Well,
on, bro.
okay, yeah, but EJ, I don't think EJ's fought this type of style.
You don't think so?
Chris
Every
Algieri.
every fighter has fought this type of style,
Chris
man.
Algieri ain't no
It's
damn
not
slick
like
fighter.
some next level
What?
style. The guy was moving.
When
Every
has Chris
fighter
Algieri
is.
been a slick boxer?
I just think EJ got better feet. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know how slick. I wouldn't call Algieri slick, but he is a mover. I tell
He's
He
you
a
can
that.
mover for
move,
sure.
bro.
Yeah,
Algieri can move.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
Hey,
was
one
damn
thing
moving
good.
in
about
that
He's
EJ,
fight.
a damn
And
mover.
EJ had to hunt that
hey,
motherfucker down.
hey, one thing about EJ, Boots ain't off to look for him. He gonna
You
be
don't
yeah,
know
right there.
that.
You
I'm
still
not
I don't.
fuck
I,
saying
with
don't- I don't
Boots?
he
think.
gonna move a little bit, but he ain't gonna be
yeah. I
hard to
just
find.
people
And
be
that's why
forgetting
it's going to be
EJ.
a good fight. That's why they say
Exactly.
styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? I think Boots do better with somebody who, what I'm saying, he can touch. You know what I'm saying, and try to really put that jab because he got a sweet jab, bro. I mean, he's fast. He's got a fast jab. He got power.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Someone
So
said he got a stay away jab or some shit like that.
Do you?
that's what
I
I
think
say.
it's more than
It's a
that,
stay
man.
away job.
I mean,
It's a power jab.
I'm watching him fight Lipinets, and he was
Yeah.
eating Lipinets ass up, bro,
Yeah, he was fucking
with
him
that
up.
jab.
Yeah, he
I'm
Do
talking
y'all
fucking
about
really want
like,
to see this fight at 47 though? Would y'all prefer that motherfucker at 54?
man,
And
that's
also he
gonna be.
might look like he was a little bit drained a little bit. Like
Yeah,
even
Yeah,
at
he
the
did.
weigh in,
Yeah, he
You
did
know, he
look
did
that
come
can
in
tired.
slow
at
you down.
145.
Came
He
at
came in
145.
at 145. That
damn,
that's small.
he came in that light.
He didn't
Yeah,
look
it came in
explosive
at.
Yeah,
as he did the other
yeah.
fights.
That's why I don't
That
think
you know
he's
what?
drained.
That's
Just
probably
beige,
was
man.
part of it. I guarantee you, man. Cause you come in at 145. Floyd Mayweather come in at 146, bro. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
So,
Yeah.
for a dude that big, that's crazy.
yeah, Boots big as hell. I think the fight be better at 154 though, because I think that's what we're gonna see the best Earl at, and I think Boots will be able to put on some more weight.
They gonna be in that bitch thumping.
They gonna be thumping like a motherfucker.
It look
I mean,
like
Facts.
it's gonna.
EJ.
It's only gonna help. It's only gonna help EJ more. I mean, I don't. I don't
It's
see
gonna
how it
hey,
helped
it's gonna be
Boots
that
It's
really.
gonna
Philly
come
Dallas
down. It's gonna
rivalry.
come down
Is
to who can
Boots
take the
bigger than
most
EJ?
punishment.
Is Boots
Yeah,
bigger
he's
than
bigger
EJ?
than EJ, and EJ is not the kind of guy just gonna sit in front of somebody who's bigger than him. He's gonna be going in and out. He's gonna use pivots on Boots. I don't know why
He
people assuming
better.
that Boots is gonna be the one moving when EJ is the one who's noticeably in and out when he fights somebody who has some power on him. He doesn't
Yes,
really
sir.
sit down on his punches.
Hey, did Boots catch a
Okay.
good shot last night? Do we got a beard on him?
Yeah.
I've
Let the
seen him
nigga
get
move
caught
his ass with
clean
some
plenty
shit.
times and never
He's
been
not
hurt.
chinny. We'll say that he's not chinny.
Nah, he not chinny. He not a
And
bud.
he look strong, man. His chin looks like
Yeah.
neck. The nigga got a thick neck, and you know what I'm saying. What's going on with the city assassin? He said, what would Spence do to Karen? And what's going on, Marvin Banks? I see my 300 up in here, John Allison. What's going on? He said, I am probably in the minority, but so far I really don't like Boots. Don't like Boots. He said, dude hasn't fought anybody, and Buddy talks like Roy Jones when wanting all the smoke, please.
Man,
And
what's he supposed to
and
say? No, I don't want to fight nobody.
David Taylor says Boots got to stop the leaping hooks. He said he he literally spin all the way around at least four
That's what
times.
Marlo said.
But he knew who he
Yeah,
had though in front of him though. I think he wouldn't do that with somebody who, what I'm saying, that had some talent.
That
He
he
knew this dude
respect.
wasn't
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, he
Like the
knew
lower level guys,
I,
that might work, but
right. He knew this dude wasn't trying to win the fight. He said when the city assassin said he doesn't want Thurman there forcing Spence and see John said, "What's up, Poole County?" He said, "Keep putting the work in, my man. Salute. I'm gonna try to do that, bro." And let's see, Future Past TV says, "Me Machine stops Karen. Stops."
Hey, do you if Boots look like that with Karen, do you think he could be Bud now though? Do y'all think, you know what I'm saying? I know Bud don't move like he did at
well,
140,
you
but
better fight him now.
What's going on, Mike? Y'all subscribe to Mike Biggs Boxings. He's part of the winning team over there. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to my man. If you like this content, man, Mike got great boxing content over there. There's a lot of good, talented people in this
The,
community. Let's
does
see,
Bud have
RL.
the discipline to
Salute.
box a whole fight? Because one thing about Bud, when you catch him, he get mad and he want to start brawling with you. At least he did that against Mean Machine.
Well,
yeah,
I think that's his
that's
Achilles
his
heel.
weakness.
I think.
Yeah,
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 that's
that's
his
what he
kind of
Achilles
does.
like
heel.
Mel
That
Charlo with
fucks
that.
him up. Yeah, he'll throw the
I
game plan
think.
out fast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, and that's what Mike Tyson used to say. Everybody got a plan until you get hit in the mouth. You know, it is
Yeah,
what it is. You
yeah,
just don't know how you're gonna react.
He
You
emotional
know,
fighter.
says shit. Everybody emotional fighter shit. You get hit in the face, you want that lick back, and that's why
facts.
we love these fighters. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah,
our RLT Solution says Left Our Life says we're boxing. He said we're boxing nerds. You feel how you feel about that fight, and that's true. He says Marvin Banks says, "Dude, Karen had exemplary footwork." I can't say that. I'm like, damn. He says
exemplary,
yeah. I gotta listen to. I can't
exemplary. I
say
can't
you.
exemplary. He says John
exemplary.
Alice's exemplary. That's like one of them high white words. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to be proper and shit, and you just fuck it up. You know what I'm saying?
Cat.
Yeah,
He
that's
See,
said
some
look,
G
this
John.
words
this
right
dude right
there.
here, Johnny Allison, going too far.
John said Boo's going to get stomped when he steps up.
Okay,
So
Dang, he really didn't
let's
like
see
that
it. Like,
fight.
why do we have to like have imaginary shit and then say he shouldn't do it? Well, let's prove it. Like, show me. You got beat him up. I mean, I'm
well,
not talking
Boot. I
about
think
running
I think
and
Boots got
surviving.
next. I mean, he's
Yeah,
building himself up. See, these guys, we're still tying up old business. See, and the problem is that it's taking too long to tie up the old business. Everybody got excuses for Keith Thurman. Everybody got excuses for Terrence Crawford, and that's the old business. That's those guys been in the league before Boots. This is the new generation coming up, and they gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody scared of these dudes. It's just that it's their time and they're ready. But shit, these dudes they got business to take care of. Terrence Crawford and EJ, who win or lose, you know what I'm saying? They got to get in the ring and figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Boots, he's just coming on the scene and he's young, so he has time. So, you know what I'm saying? So he ain't going nowhere, is what I'm saying. So, everybody just need to chill with Boots. You know what I'm saying? Hey, none of them dudes are afraid of Boots. You know what I'm saying? He's good. But shit, he may get in there. What if he get his ass tore up in 1 or 2 rounds? What are we gonna say then? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be like, well, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He could have.
looking
He
to
I
could
don't
tear
have.
see
him
that.
down.
He
I ain't
went
think
too
it happened in
early.
boxing, but I
No,
mean,
I'm just
what if they
saying.
get knocked out in 2 rounds?
Remember. What's his name? Who knocked him out? Jamel. Was that Jamel
Lubin.
knocked out
Yeah,
Lubin? Right. I thought Lubin was
Jamal.
gonna.
No, it was
I
Jamal.
thought
Yeah,
Lubin was gonna give Jamel a whole lot more trouble than he did, and Jamel was the one saying it's too soon for him. And he went out there and got Falumaloom in the first round. And I
I
was like,
mean,
God
I mean,
damn.
that's probably why they gave him the fight so early. I mean, that's probably why Charlo took that fight. They saw something. Now,
Well,
so maybe
Charlo take it. He'll take
Charlo
any
don't run
fight.
from smoke, brother.
He don't. He runs toward the fire, man. That dude is crazy as hell,
He
man.
wants all the big fights. You gotta give him that.
Y'all can't see that man crazy, man. That man crazy as hell, bro. That man fight anybody.
Yeah,
you remind me of
It's
Mike
some, it's
Tyson.
something wrong with
he
him,
a
man.
whole
Something,
Rocky character.
man. That dude is off, bro. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? He
Hey,
He
is.
you need to
different.
be. You kind of need to be a great fighter.
That's true. That's
He's an
true.
all-time great, so he's up
You
there.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all
But
see how
but but one
y'all.
thing about Mel, the
Mhm.
the man give up too many rounds.
Nah, that's cap.
He do. He do.
Uh,
He was
I
losing
just
to
think
he was
I
losing
just
to
think
Harrison.
I just think there's some people that can box better than him. You know what I'm saying? They got better. 'Cause I think Tony Harrison got better skills, boxing skills than Jamel, and Jamel got more. He's got more overall intangibles. You know, he's got the
Yeah.
beard.
Why you
He's got the
think?
power. Mhm.
Yeah, but why do y'all think Bud talks so recklessly to Charlo? He sees. He knows what he sees. That man can be outboxed easily.
What the fuck?
Easily
Why
is I
y'all
don't know
think?
about
Why do y'all
easy.
Well,
Ain't
think?
not
What?
nothing
easily, but
easy.
by Bud he can
Ain't
be.
nothing easy about fighting Jamel Charlo. Nothing
No.
I
easy there.
mean, I've seen a lot of boxers, right? And I don't see. I mean, I think Bud is a good boxer. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say great right now because I want to see him fight Spence and see what happened with that. But if you're a great boxer is gonna fight great fighters. To me, that's what's missing from Bud. It ain't his style. It ain't his. It ain't. I want to see him in there with great other greats. That's it. That's it
Yeah.
ain't nothing against him. I just want to see him in there with other greats, just like Purnell was in there with everybody. Just like what I'm saying, all our great fighters were in there with somebody great, but ain't in there with nobody great. That's his
Yeah.
problem, bro. That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with him being from Omaha or what I'm saying, him eating ramen noodles and none of that shit. He need to get in there and fight some great fighters. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
And
it
that
is.
that that's
Yeah.
all it is. You know what I'm saying? Just get in there, whip some ass with some great fighters. Even if you beat EJ, you're gonna go down as probably, what I'm saying, one of the greatest in this generation if you beat EJ. Why are you not taking that opportunity? I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
don't
man.
know. So,
Nah, but
I want to
look.
see it. Win or lose, I want to see it, bro. Or I want to see him fight Jamel or somebody like that. And then he can go out blissfully. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say, damn, we saw Terrence Crawford beat Jamel, or we saw Jamel knock out Terrence Crawford. And that would solve all that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about what team beat what team. If you're a real boxing fan, you just want to see the best dudes in the ring fighting each other, and it pisses us off when you got a lot of bullshit going on, and these guys are not getting in there, and they're acting like they don't want to fight, and that pisses a lot of boxing fans off. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he gets so much backlash and shit. Because like he already retired. B Dog say Karen was actually touching him Prime ma- Prime make it sound like it didn't throw or land any punches. He was just running all night. He landed a few, but I don't think they wasn't effective. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he popped him, but that was because Boots was tired of what I'm saying, how somebody
Yeah.
got your momentum. He's trying to line you up, and the dude is awkward, and he's rushing in. He'll hit you one or two times as you trying to come forward. And he was just an awkward ass dude. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, name a fighter who
Yeah, he
comes
made it
forward
ugly.
and that doesn't get touched.
True, true. If
Yeah.
you
It's
if
impossible.
if if you making the fight, if you trying to make the fight, you're gonna get hit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you pushing forward, you know what I'm saying? If you pushing forward, you're gonna get hit, bro. And that's why
Even Shakur.
EJ got hit by Ugas because he was making the fight. He was
Yeah.
Yeah.
bringing the fight to Ugas. Ugas like to take a couple of steps forward and then he shell up, take a couple of steps, jab, jab. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shell up. But if you got to crack that code, you the dude who's got to go out there and you got to battle for that line supremacy. You're gonna get hit, bro. You're gonna get hit good too. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because you open because you're throwing shots and you're coming forward. And let me see. What's going on, Jay Smith? What's going on, Deuce Daly? What's going on? Deuce Daly let me see, he says, gatekeepers are usually former champ. Yeah, well, yeah, that could be true. Yep, yep, that could be true. But yeah, I think, Keith Thurman, he was unified, right? So there you go. Porter, he was a champion. You know what I'm saying? So, Danny
Yeah.
Garcia. So, like you say, they become gatekeepers. What's his name? Damn, Colazzo. Colazzo, I think he was a pretty good gatekeeper before he started getting his ass tore up all over the place. You know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying?
wasn't bad. He was in some
He was a
competitive fights.
right. You see what he did to Keith Thurman. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? When he hit him to the body, he almost derailed that train. You know what I'm saying? So
sure did. Caught
That
him
man
good.
get hurt in every fight. Keith Thurman, but he usually survives.
because that nigga got wheels like no other, he got wheels like the Road Runner. I
Oh
mean that
yeah,
much. I tell him
he
what
got his bike, man.
you hit Keith to the stomach. That's a wake up call. And he flipped that mouthpiece. You ain't for to catch Keith no more.
That's a fact.
Hey
He
man,
That's a
flipped.
fact.
He must be got
He
something
turning
on that
every punch
mouthpiece.
trying to get away from your ass. He giving a body.
Hey, he must be
yep.
got something on that mouthpiece, bro. 'Cause when he flipped that shit, it's a wrap. He out of there, bro. See, he says,
Got gummy bears
TZ
in the
Frank
back.
said, yeah, that's what I say. TZ Frank, Butiev ain't shit. He let me down, bro. When I lost that shit, I lost that bet, man, for Stanionis, man. I was like, I just knew Butiev
Oh,
was gonna
come on
beat his
now.
ass, bro. I just
Yeah,
But
knew.
man.
I was more impressed by Butayev's like his endurance and his durability because Stan Jones he was hitting this man with everything. He wasn't going nowhere. He kept coming.
Hey,
So
Paul.
I feel like you can knock him out. That's
Paul.
a statement.
Hold on real quick. Paul. Judah's in the chat. He asking for the link.
Oh, my bad, bro.
It's all good.
I'm way up top here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
I
saw.
be
I
trying
was
to
waiting for you to
read. I be
catch him.
trying to so I can read down everybody comments and stuff. So that's why I don't be seeing. I ain't got my phone on. Let me see. TZ Frank says he said yeah, he said Jamal James ain't got no power chin. Runaway
Damn
slave,
sure
what's going
don't.
on, bro?
Damn
He
sure
said
don't.
he said after 30 fights, he's still fighting bums. All boxers beat Mike Tyson. Let me
I
see.
understand that
Said,
part.
said dude, they said Boots has fought nobody, and he says when this is boxing. Let's see. John Allison says give him Crawley. Crawley's gonna be he's gonna be a little gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he'll ever win a title or nothing
Ain't he
like that.
undefeated?
And but he's a
Yeah, he
little
won
tough
lost
little.
away. He won lost
He
away
a
from
little
being a gatekeeper.
He
yeah.
can't.
I
I
don't,
But
mean, maybe, but like he can't. You can't call him a gatekeeper. He undefeated.
he won lost away,
yeah.
brother.
Yeah, TZ said Karen was touching me just cause I was surprised, man, on the computer because he landed 1, 2, 3 on Boots a few times, but that shit was
That'd be an interesting fight.
inconsequential.
Bring
You know
on
what I'm
Cody
saying?
Crawford. I want to see that fight.
I want to see somebody knock his ass out, bro. Like he beat,
Cody.
yeah, cause he beat Josecito Lopez, man. That shit pissed me off, bro. That's my nigga, man. I like Josecito Lopez,
Yeah,
man.
That nigga's a
I thought
gatekeeper.
Lopez was gonna take that one, man. That was.
Well, he
I
old,
Nah,
mean,
bro.
hell
he
no. I
earned
knew
it.
I
He
knew Cody
earned
was
it.
gonna run that fight.
Oh, he turned old overnight, man. But Jose,
Yeah.
I just like how
Cody,
tough
yeah,
he is. He real with that shit, bro. He almost beat Thurman ass shit. You know
Cody
what
beat
I'm
that
saying?
Uzbekistan dude. That was like the #1 IBF mandatory for Spence. So I
Yeah.
knew he was gonna beat the shit out of Josito Lopez.
Let me tell y'all something. It's hard to get up for a fighter you supposed to beat. You understand? Like like if the dude don't hold no cachet or nothing like that,
Mhm.
and he ain't gonna do nothing for your career, it's hard to get up for fights like that. Those are some of the hardest fights for these dudes to fight because he already know this. Nobody's gonna give him credit for beating him, so he want to go out there and just take care of this dude fast, right? So I don't think Boots really took this guy seriously. You know what I'm saying? And he just thought he was gonna go out there, do his thing, and this guy he just had this plan to survive for 12 rounds, you know what I'm saying? And Boots wanted to end it early. And I think Boots just kind of got caught off guard by what this dude was doing in the ring. Not that, I think if he fought him a second time, I bet he'd get his ass up out of there.
Yeah,
I,
just
I
gotta
think he
up the
get it.
work rate.
Yeah, I think he'd get his ass out if they fought a second time. It's just he wasn't ready for that. That kind, it's kind of like you wake up in the morning, somebody just be talking, talking, talking. You ain't ready for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you drink your coffee, and you
Yeah.
good. You know what I'm saying? You're ready. You know what I'm saying? So I just think he wasn't ready for that kind of bullshit. He was like, "What
I
the hell
think,
going
yeah,
on here?"
yeah.
Yeah, man. He was moving a lot, man.
So now, what y'all think about Tank? I think Tank, put on a spectacular performance, bro. I mean, I think he's a killer at 135, which we all know. And y'all think he's gonna clean up the division?
It looks like it.
Hell no.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, Dev is moving up, so
He got
He's
Shakur
the
problems.
guy.
Now
Nah.
Garcia ain't no Frank Martin, and he ain't no Devin Haney, and he ain't no Shakur Stevenson. Now
Hmm.
I think he'll knock the shit out of Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Um, I think Tank can knock out anybody, but can he
Tank ain't
box with
stupid.
can he box with Garcia? Can he box with Devin Haney? Can he? Because I don't. I mean, he'll knock Garcia ass out. Yeah,
Yeah. That's a
yeah,
knockout waiting
yeah,
to happen. He gonna go
yeah.
to
He'll knock.
body, get them hands down, and that's gonna be that.
Yeah, he'll knock Garcia ass out. But he's maturing. Do y'all see the maturity? Do y'all see
Mm.
anything different? You know what I'm saying? In
He
Tank since he left Mayweather.
Yeah, I mean, he's a lot more patient, but in the right way. He's looking for the right setups. He came with angles. I haven't seen him do that in a long time. He
He give up. He still give up rounds. You give up rounds to a Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, they're gonna run away with it.
not when you have power. Nobody gives up rounds when you have power.
But
So
people gotta learn this lesson, man. You always pick the boxer over the puncher, especially
he's a
a
boxer
boxer puncher.
puncher. We got to stop acting like Tank can't box. He's just small. We have to understand that. He's
Yeah,
small,
he can box
and
certain niggas.
He
if
looked
Tank and
wide.
Devin were the
He looked
same
big
size,
last night.
it
Mhm.
wouldn't be as much of a fight. Trust me.
You think okay, but when you got two guys with similar boxing skills, and I don't think he has similar boxing skills to Shakur Stevenson. I think Shakur got superior boxing skills.
I
But
don't know about that.
when
It's
you
just a
have
different style.
yeah, well, either way, if one guy's got superior boxing skills and he's the bigger man, it's
I
gonna be
don't
a
think he has
Canelo.
superior boxing skills. I think he's the bigger guy. That's what gives him
Okay. Well,
the
let me ask you
edge.
this: who's better at keeping their distance?
I wouldn't say who's better at keeping the distance,
Oh
especially when
my God!
you have
Because
one guy who's not
it's
trying to
Shakur
keep
Stevenson,
distance.
bro. Like, stop the cap. Shakur Stevenson
That's
has
see,
the
this is the
best
problem with
distance.
young fighters, bro. Like y'all all want to fight like amateurs. Keeping the distance
He don't fight
ain't
like
the
an
only
amateur.
way you can win a
Shakur can
boxing
walk you down
match.
if he needs to.
That's how come the first thing you said was keeping distance then?
I mean, that's part of your boxing
Because
skills.
that's his number one. That's his number one goal, correct?
I mean, that's probably the most important thing in boxing, your distance. Like, if you know your
That's not the
distance from
most
you,
important thing. It's important. It's not the most important thing. See, no
but
one see we always want our black boxers to gravitate towards that kind of style. That's why I like EJ. That's why I like Tank. That's why I respect and appreciate
oh,
them because
so it's a personal
they're not
thing
doing
for
the
you.
cliche thing. They're making the fight.
So because
Let me get
you
this super
prefer his
chat.
style over
Let me get
Shakur,
let me
that's
Hold
why
on,
you
let
think
me
he'll
get the
beat
super
him.
chat. Hold on.
let me
Let me
get
get
my
the
man
super chat. We're
super
gonna come
chat.
right back.
I am here for boxing. Thank you for that $5 super chat, bro. He says, I think Boots did what he had to do. Did what he had to do. He said the other guy was on a treadmill and didn't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I think if he would have stood there and fought, you know what I'm saying, more than he did, he would have got knocked the hell out. And I think
Yeah,
everybody saw that. But what we did see was Boots wasn't either he wasn't in the mood to cut off the ring and do what he had to do. And you know what I'm saying? Because fighters, you know what I'm saying, let's I mean, fighters don't be feeling like fighting at different styles like that. They want somebody to come to them. You know what I'm saying? They don't
yeah,
want to go running after a motherfucker all night long. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And he saw that shit, and I'm pretty
Right.
sure like, God damn. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like
It
this is
was
what
you look frustrated, yeah, for sure.
yeah, I think, you know, I mean, I think he could have cut off the ring if he wanted to. I just think he didn't want to put in the work that he and do, you know, I'm pretty sure his daddy, you know what I'm saying, was like, you know, telling him what he had to do, but
Hey,
he
man.
just didn't want to face a nigga that
Come
was
on,
running
boy.
all night.
Doing that
Come
shit
on,
for 12
boy.
rounds is amazing. I don't know if he was
I
on
think
something.
so. I mean,
Not really
I
stopped,
think
Come
but
on,
I
man.
mean
Come on, y'all.
Bruce,
Come on, Knife.
this is what I'm saying, Slime. This dude come from a boxing family. He comes from a boxing pedigree. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me this dude don't know how to cut out the ring. You know what I'm saying? He had his daddy was a fighter. He got brothers that was fighters. Of course he knows how to cut out the ring.
Maybe that ain't his strong point. Cause you can't say if he wanted to stop the dude. So if he know I got to cut off the ring to stop him, I
Well,
think
I
he would
think
probably
that was
have
the
did it.
problem. I think that's the problem. He wanted to go out there and catch him clean. He wanted to make it easy, and the dude made it difficult for him, and he got frustrated. He got what's going on, Wind City Assassin? What's going on, bro?
Salute to you.
Salute.
Hey, what's up? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you, King.
Oh yeah, what's going on? I've been listening to y'all cook for a little while, man. This is my thing. I've been trying to say, but I feel like this here. I'm with Poole. I'm with Poole about he don't. Okay, I know he know how to cut off the ring, but a lot of things people missing is that the most important thing to me of cutting off a fighter who's moving a lot is a jab. And the thing about Boot's jab is he has a good jab, but he uses his jab for scoring. I'm gonna give you an example. See, Bud used his jab for gauging distance. Spence, the reason why it looked like Spence throws so many jabs, because out of every fighter in boxing, Spence is the only boxer that uses his jab for multiple different things. Spence can use it to probe, to gauge distance. He can use it to gauge distance. He can use it to score. But Spence also uses his jab to control his opponent. That's why his opponents can't get away from him.
Yeah,
best jab in boxing.
Yeah, so that's why when Spence is chasing down his opponents, they can't get away from it. And you know, a lot of people who casual was a hate Spence, they say, well, his opponents just sit still in front of him. No, bro, a good jab can freeze you. Do y'all remember when Floyd fought Canelo Alvarez? Tell me, if y'all watched that fight, do y'all remember that moment when Floyd went off on Canelo Alvarez and scored like 6 punches in a row, and Canelo was stuck here? He was stuck in froze because Floyd kept using the jab to freeze him. That's what Boots don't know how to do. That's why.
Can you name me an opponent for Spence that had footwork like a Karen and was not trying to engage?
Chris Algieri was one, bro.
Chris Algieri. When has Chris Algieri been a slick boxer type?
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. I mean, think about it, bro. Like, I don't know why you keep discrediting Algieri. I'm not saying Algieri good, but Algieri beat Provodnikov after he got dropped. That means after Algieri got dropped, he got up. No, it wasn't a war. He got up and outboxed Provodnikov for the rest of the fight.
Thanks.
That's why he won, because Provodnikov could not hit him again.
That boy's like a kangaroo.
I'm about to pull up that Earl Spence Algieri fight right now. I watched that fight. He was not running for Spence.
Spence was chasing that man all across the ring, cutting the ring off.
Yeah, Spence was running him down,
to go
bro.
get that nigga.
He was running
his ass down
to that nigga.
Like full sprint. Getting his ass.
All I'm saying is, bro, a good jab. That's what Boots wasn't doing. So when Boots had this guy cornered for the split second, he did what Boots would do. Boots was lunging in with knockout shots. He'll lunge in with an uppercut or a hook. That's not gonna get it, bro. You have to make this fighter in his subconsciously. You have to make this fighter feel trapped. And when I'm telling you, but the thing that makes a fighter feel trapped is a jab that's not missing him. If you can literally make somebody be still, but that's what. Go back and watch Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo. And that's the best example I have of somebody freezing somebody with a jab and they can't move because they don't know what a jab gonna hit a mix. And a lot of people who casually say, well, it's just a jab. Why would they be scared of a jab? It don't hurt. It's psychological, bro. That's why we trying to tell when people say Devin Haney don't have power. Bro, when you in a ring and you fighting, bro, your mind, you have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Subconsciously, bro, you don't want to get hit with nothing. Somebody can subconsciously make you afraid of a jab. They can.
Danny Garcia can move too.
You gotta start saying that about Devin Haney don't have power.
Danny Garcia, Mr. Cement,
Devin Haney has power.
Crazy?
He just doesn't have knockout power. It's like there's a difference.
Did you hear this, man? Danny Garcia got to go for it now.
Yeah.
Danny can move. Danny can move.
No, he cannot, bro. Danny Garcia is like one of the most.
Did you just see Danny? Did you just see Danny against Benavidez? He looked like Muhammad Ali in there.
David Benavidez. That man's on 1 foot.
He was bouncing.
No,
he got shot in the leg.
Did you see the Bud fight? You seen the
against
Benavidez Bud?
Yeah, he healed now.
Hey, and by the way, I'm watching this Algieri fight with Spence right now. First round. This man is coming to Spence. He came to fight.
You gonna have to when you fight
started
that
moving
nigga.
after a while, though.
No, you don't got to do nothing. If you don't want to fight, you don't want to fight.
Well, that's the thing about southpaws. I mean, if you fight a southpaw, it's in your best interest to push them back.
Hey, to your point,
bro, like
the jab could put a strain on your neck. Can cause back problems. The whole time you jabbing somebody, you putting strain on their neck. So that's why a lot of people do neck exercises, not only just for the hooks, it's for them jabs, some straights that knock their head back.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, EJ neck was fucked up when he fought Kell Brook. Kell Brook was jumping on that man's neck. You know what I'm saying?
Kell Brook ain't going nowhere. Kell Brook was beating his ass up in those first couple rounds.
But to another point,
he sure was. He was getting it in now. But you know, one thing about EJ, he's always pressing. If you always press forward, you're gonna get hit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's EJ. That's his thing, pressing forward. That's why you got to push him back. If you don't push EJ back, he gonna lose.
Hey, but not only did Spence fight somebody like Chris Algieri that's a mover, he actually an amateur he a decorated amateur, Olympian. You gotta know how to box. You gotta know how to cut that ring off against those movers. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, this man, I'm watching this fight right now. He's not really moving like that.
He will.
He's moving at times, but he's standing his ground a bunch of times.
Chris Algieri is going to start circling the ring. He's going to start circling, going to his right, trying to circle the ring. Trust me, you'll see it. When he starts touching into the body, he's going to start circling the ring.
I'm just saying, bro. I don't understand how you say Chris Algieri not moving. What if somebody asks you what type of fighter is Chris Algieri? How could you not classify him as a boxer?
He's a boxer.
He's a boxer. He shoots the jab. And he stays on the outside, and he is very conscious of not getting hit. He is a boxer.
He sticks and moves.
Yeah, he's a mover. He not somebody who sits still. He's a mover.
What you watching? The highlights?
That's when EJ had. That's when he looked like he had them 8 muscles, boy. He had
Do y'all see this man moving? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, because Spence just cut off the ring and made him stop. Is that the beginning of the fight or the end?
This is the first. This is the second round.
It looks like
he was like
man, you in the first half of the fight.
What you say? What you say, bro?
Hey, Paul. This what I want to tell you. I couldn't talk to you when we was watching the fight last night. I couldn't get back on with you, but what I saw from Boots, and I'm high on Boots, and I still think Boots is the only one that can give Spence any type of problem. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Boots made a comment that I don't agree with. He said that he gonna fight Spence on the inside. No, he not.
You know,
he would not fight.
Wait, he said he was gonna use a double. He said he was going.
I think he'll do fine with Spence on the inside.
He said he was going to double up with the same hand.
You get punished.
His daddy said he was going to use.
Earl gonna get punished.
They don't know how the hell. They don't know how the hell.
They just throwing stuff out there.
Earl never felt that kind of power before.
Billionaire boxing in the building.
Yeah, I'm not
saying billionaire boxing.
You say Earl ain't never felt that kind of power.
Come on, young Billy.
Hey, look. Hey, shout out to my man Dirty, bro.
Hey, yo.
Y'all, let's go one at a time. They can't hear y'all.
Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to OG Pool, man. This Boots and Bud. I mean, this Boots and EJ situation. This weekend didn't change nothing for me as far as that goes, because this is the thing. People think that EJ is just gonna stand. I mean, just Boots is just gonna walk through EJ. That's not gonna happen, and it never was gonna happen. And but this situation showed me that Boots has a tendency, like, if he can't get to you, it's a frustration that showed.
Yeah, he showed his immaturity.
That's the one thing I didn't like. Not the cutting off the ring, where you can kind of clean it up, but the frustration is what bothered me. Like, being at the fight, people were booing, not just his opponent, but Boots. People in the crowd were booing in DC. They were like, "Man, cut off the ring. What are you doing?" And I never
put on a dominant performance.
They were like,
hold on, let him cook.
Nah, people were upset that Boots was not able to cut off the ring on this guy. And it's not that Corinne doesn't have good footwork. It's not that his opponent didn't have good footwork. It was just that because all we hear is how athletic Boots is and how, he's like Roy Jones and how he's, the most athletic, the best, has the best footwork and all this different stuff. Well, why were you following this guy for 12 rounds? And why didn't you pick up the pace? Why didn't you double the jab? Why didn't you throw a left hook to the body to pin him to the ropes, and not give him exit routes? Those are those are things that boxing IQ 101, when you talk about him being, Ray Leonard, or him being the next Roy Jones or Ray Robinson, those are the type of things that you're talking about 30 fights in. Those are the things that, when you say he's a complete fighter, and Bozy and them, they criticize, and this is the thing. I respect Bozy. I really like Bozy, Ennis and his team, and Boots' team. I know I've met them before. I like them. They're good people. But when we're very critical of Errol's performances, they're very critical of Bud's performances against everybody. And when you got to be able to eat that.
Yep.
When you say, "Hey man, me and Tank are competing for the best knockout," and you don't even get close to knocking the dude out, and you say that he's running, but you're the most athletic guy in the welterweight division, what people tell me, then you should be able to cut off that ring. And those are things that I've seen. You know, I've seen Boots spar in the gym. But at the same time, you should be able to cut off that ring. And that's just what I got to say about it, OG Pooh. I'm not here to make excuses and pacify Boots. Because you calling for the big dogs, cut off that ring and knock this kid out. Get him out of there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But if that's the case, you know, he showed all these deficiencies. That it should make it easier for if Spence don't get the Crawford fight, he should take the Boots fight.
Well, I think it's one of them things with Styles. I just think with Style make fights. This dude just went in there with a specific plan, not to get knocked out. And we all know it's hard to knock out a pro fighter that don't want to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If he don't engage you, you know what I'm saying? That's not an excuse. I mean, we've seen it with Errol Spence Jr., Mikey Garcia. We've seen it with all kind of boxers that come in there, you know what I'm saying, who do not want you to shine on them, and they ain't gonna let you shine on them. We saw it with what's his name? Kissinkau and what's his name? Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Right at the end, you know, he wasn't gonna let Shakur knock him out. You know what I'm saying?
What this is the same thing. That's the same thing I said, bro. I was just on somebody else's channel. I was saying the same thing. I'm gonna be real with you. Ever since I saw the fight, the Boots fight, I don't understand the criticism. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like I wasn't bored, and I didn't think he, like a lot of people say, it was lackluster. Not to me. I saw a skill fighter chase around a guy who can't. Look, bro, from the moment that bell rung, Karen was in there to survive. Every punch he threw, man, those were the punches that you throw off instincts, just knowing that if I don't throw nothing, he don't catch me. So I have to throw something right now. Anybody could have did, bro. Any one of us could have hopped in the ring and threw the punches he was throwing, because instinct's gonna tell you I gotta throw right now or he gonna hit me. I need to throw something or I'm gonna get hit. And as soon as I throw them, I'm gonna start running again. That's all he did, bro. That's all I seen. So I'm not. If you look at it, Boots still outscored him. It wasn't like this guy was running and setting Boots up so he can outscore Boots. No, Boots was the aggressor and he outscored him. I wasn't disappointed in his performance, but I just think that he had a guy that was running from him.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. He could clean up a lot of that stuff. You get what I'm saying? But I didn't like the frustration. You know what I mean? I didn't like how he was pressing.
Yeah, I saw that.
The only thing was, I felt like he was in his own head because of the things he said. You get what I mean? I feel like he put pressure on himself.
Yeah,
because he won every round.
Yeah, I agree with that.
First pay-per-view, you want to look spectacular.
Again,
yeah, he wants to look spectacular, Dirk. Because I felt like he won every round and he was never in trouble. I don't like him doing that jump hook and missing badly and
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like he should have, like if he had a jab, like I said, everybody's jab is different. And I don't know if you heard me, but the reason why I look like EJ throws so many jabs because he's the only fighter I see in boxing that uses his jab in every way a jab can be used. That's why he throws so many, because he's the only one using that jab in every single way it can be used. See, if Boots would have worked his way in behind a jab, he would have got that dude out of there.
But that's the thing about Boots. He don't work off a jab. He has a keep away jab. So when he's moving forward, a guy might try to smother his work. He'll throw that jab out to keep you away, and then he wants to work off of combinations. He's like a David Benavidez. He works off of combinations. He has fast hands.
But look what his jab did to Thomas.
He's trying to get you in place so he can start working them combinations. That's how Boots fights. He doesn't really fight off a jab.
He has a scoring jab, not a keep away jab.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
It's only scoring if the guy is coming forward towards him. If the guy's not coming towards him, he's gonna just
forward to score.
That's what I'm saying. So when
Boots comes forward to score, not the other way around.
That's what I'm saying. So when a guy is trying to push him back, he's throwing his jab out to keep him away so he can get back to the combinations. He's not working off the jab.
Oh, I haven't.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm with 2 Cent boxing. I think Boots need that experience. I think he need more fights like that where he have to think his way through so he can deal with that frustration shit he got going on. That because if things don't go his way in one of those champions with Terrence Crawford, he gonna get his ass towed up, man.
Hey,
that's just what it is.
That's facts, bro. The worst thing you can do.
See it, though.
The worst thing you can do against a pro boxer, bro, any pro boxer, is get frustrated in the ring with them, bro. They will tear your ass up. I'm telling you, bro, I haven't even fought a pro boxer. I just fought some good amateurs. And the moment you lose your head, bro, they pick you apart. They know when you lost your head.
Yeah, and that's what
concerned me now. What my man just said right there, that the guy that sparred them guys, like you said, you sparred them good amateurs. That's what concerned me. Just getting frustrated and seemed like he was losing his cool a little bit. Like after the first 3 rounds, you could see Boots. The third round, I believe, when he went to the corner, you could see he was getting a little frustrated.
Well, Boots only got 30 amateur fights.
How many amateurs?
30.
Nah. His record's like 58-3.
I just looked at his record today. They was like 30.
Well, you know what, too? Boots can be
you know, BoxRec only counts certain fights. BoxRec would cut off about 40, 50 fights on everybody's amateur record.
Oh, he like,
well, I'm saying, bro,
he like 1-3 against Gary Russell, Antoine Wrestler.
Yeah, you know, Boots can also be a victim of his own athleticism, bro. That exists, bro. Like a Roy Jones. Some of these guys, bro, they so much better than everybody, and they more physically gifted that the fundamentals, Boots ignoring the fundamentals, and I think that's where Bozy need to come in. Because Boots, I'm telling you, bro, with his talent level and his level of athleticism, it'll be easy for Boots just to like forget the fundamentals. I know I can beat you up, and you know what I'm saying. That's when you can get in trouble, bro. Just stick to the basics. That way you don't run into these amateur mistakes. Because I heard somebody who broke down that Boots made some amateur mistakes. And like Paul said, he come from a boxing family, so he been schooled on it. He just don't pay attention to it, and I don't think Bose is stressing it to him. You know, that's my opinion, bro. You know, cause like you know, EJ will never forget the fundamentals because you know, Derrick James not gonna let him forget it. Derrick James will never let him forget the fundamentals.
It's like Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers.
You got to bring all your tools, you know what I'm saying, to the fight. You know what I'm saying? If you decide not to use certain tools, and you decide, hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and hook this dude to the body and come up top with a hook, and that's all I'm gonna use on this guy. And it's gonna be a long night for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think Boots got way more skills than that. I think he just wanted to do I think he wanted to beat him up a certain way, and I think he just got too well, I don't even know how to say it. He just got too much into wanting to knock this guy out, and it didn't go the way he wanted to go. He got frustrated. I think that's all it was.
Throwing them hooks at him, spinning like a top.
I believe that too.
Well, I want to see him in there. I want to see him in there with another pure boxer, and so we can actually see if that's true or not. Because I think he has a
pure
style.
Boxer is at 147.
Man, make the Rashidi fight.
I was saying,
if went for us, make the Rashidi fight. Let him get a tune up and make the Rashidi fight.
Went down. Fuck that.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Let him get a tune up and make it.
Look, I said that before the fight, bro.
I'm
gonna be real with y'all, bro. I'm not sold. All right, when I found out Rashidi didn't want to take that fight at first, I was already looking at him sideways. Now I found out why he didn't take that fight. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I know that guy hit hard. That dude Vila, I understand this. Like his power is real, right? But at the same time, the way he was coming, if Boots would have fought that dude, Boots would have got him out of there. Because see, the Boots' problem was his opponent wouldn't come for him. Fought that same guy, Rashidi would have fought that was coming for him all night. Would have got him out of here.
He'd have stopped.
Hey, did you see the heat he was throwing, bro?
Yeah, man, I want to see that. I don't know. He's stopping that guy just like that. I don't think Boots trying to walk through that guy. I think Boots gonna turn into a boxer fighting Vila too.
Nah, Boots gonna stop it.
Nah, man, that dude throwing
5 rounds.
But Boots likes to get his bag. See, a guy like Villa in his style will get Boots in his comfort zone. And you know, a guy walking forward to Boots that's slow-footed, that allows Boots to move side to side and allows Boots to throw and put his combinations together that's there to be hit. I agree with my man.
Make that fight.
He would have got it.
That's what I'm saying. He'll turn into a boxer. I don't see him walking through with that dude.
It was like
no. Listen. The thing is that the way that guy fight, first of all, he's slow as hell. He's slow as hell, and he coming forward the whole time. Boots would have had multiple opportunities to counter him with something that was going to put him to sleep. I'm telling
Boots
you,
would have had a field
fight. Yeah, in a 12-round fight, Boots would knock that guy out.
Styles make fights.
Let me get this super chat. Is that I'm here for boxing. Thank you for that $5 super chat. He said, I think Boots' plan to exchange shots was not working, so they just decided to win the rounds. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's hard to get up for fighters like this, man. You know, like I was saying before, you know what I'm saying? If, you know, a champion, if you're going to be a champion, you're going to have to get up for these kind of fighters, you know what I'm saying? And I just think Boots couldn't get up for this dude too, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's hard to get up for these dudes that you're not going to get credit for. The dudes,
but Billy, it would have been more worrisome if he was, like, you know, losing rounds while, you know, this dude was just moving around. Like, let's say he was jabbing Boots.
He didn't lose no rounds.
Yeah,
he ain't losing. He didn't. That's why I said it, when people say exposed, that's way too strong.
Yeah,
You
but
win
I
every
told,
round, bro.
yeah, I was telling the
Well,
panel earlier, it was a lose-lose situation because if he knocks this dude out in 2 rounds, well, he's another bum. You know, we didn't learn nothing about Boots. If he goes 12 rounds, he got exposed. I mean, like it's not really his fault, but that's the situation he's in with the kind of
well,
hype he gets.
another thing too,
Well,
these
y'all
fights
gotta.
they care about their knockout streaks, and
Yeah,
I think Boots was disappointed that he didn't get the knockout. You know what I'm saying? When he seen he wasn't going to be able to knock this guy out, he was disappointed, bro. He
Oh,
wanted to go in
absolutely.
yeah,
there and he wanted to steal the show from Tank. He wanted to, you know what I'm saying, he wanted to come in there with a spectacular knockout and he didn't get it. So, you know what I'm saying, you could see the frustration in his face. I think that was part of it, that he didn't get the knockout that he wanted to put on for Showtime. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
And that's
you're
the
not
biggest
gonna knock
stage he's been
everybody
on.
out.
And that's the biggest
Hmm.
stage he's been on too, Big Pool. In front of 20,000 as a pro, that's a big deal. A sold out arena and not far from Philadelphia either.
Yeah.
Not like, it's not no a California fight like the fight he was on the Charlo undercard. You get what I mean? This was DC. This was up 90 down
Right.
95. So he was
Hey,
Yeah.
a
Chocolate
lot
something
of
City.
people in
crazy.
that crowd were wearing Boots hoodies, man. I'm talking about he bought a hell of a lot of people out there.
What was
Look,
going
look,
on with the Meek Mill shit? Meek Mill's always getting into some damn fights and
you
shit,
know his
man.
ass
It's like,
can't fight either.
Hey, no, you know what? Let me say, let me cook on that, bro. I don't put that on Meek Mill, bro, because I heard what Meek Mill, like what he tweeted, and I looked at the whole situation, and I saw Gary Russell was going live and what he was saying about Tank. What
He
happened
was
was
talking down on Tank.
he was talking down on Tank, and Meek heard him. You know how it is, bro. We all fight fans, so emotions high while the fight going on. All he was telling Gary Russell and them is, man, this fight not going the distance. Tank about to get him out of there. They didn't like his energy and how he was riding behind Tank, and they came for Meek Mill. I'm with Meek Mill on that one. They felt played because he was riding with Tank. Y'all know y'all was on some hating shit. Don't get mad at that man because he heard y'all shit. He probably saw y'all going live, and he was just telling you that the fight wasn't going 12. I mean, for you to be a pro boxer, you and your brother, all y'all boxers, and for y'all to come at Meek like that, I kind of I'm looking at them sideways. How the hell y'all get that man? Now y'all want to put hands on a rapper, bro? All y'all pro boxers.
Hey, he talking about he was coaching Tank from the audience.
Yeah, that nigga Gary don't like Tank.
Yeah, Gary Russell was saying, we coaching him from the audience.
Gary don't like nobody,
We
man.
coaching him
Gary
from
don't
the
like
audience.
nobody.
Look at
Gary
Sean.
Gary don't like nobody. Gary don't like nobody, but that
He a
dude
little
don't like
mean
nobody.
spirited.
What Buzz say to him? I'll break your
I
fucking
was
neck.
coaching Slim
If
from the
Shorty will fight
audience.
me, his stands wrong, it'd be ugly. It'd be
Yeah.
ugly.
Oh man,
Yeah, that
Shorty,
DC accent, something
I
else.
put hands on
Y'all,
Shorty.
y'all let
Stop
me get the
it.
super chat
Stop
in.
it.
Hey,
Let
Slim.
me get this super chat done. Let me get this big shot to God. Thank you for that $1.99. He says, Bondu was running from Spence. Yeah, yeah. You can say he was hitting Spence too. Now
Yeah, he
with all
caught
this
him
twitch shit,
clean.
he was catching Spence at early now. But when that motherfucker Spence went to that
Spence
body,
flatlined
he
that
broke
nigga.
his ass down, man. I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
sit that nigga
Yeah, I
to the
think
side
but
on
damn,
that.
Bondu about damn shit 38. What, he was old, man. Bondu was an old dude, but he was in good shape
Yeah,
though. I tell you
he
that.
was.
Thurman couldn't get rid of him, so.
Hey, yo,
Yeah.
Paul, that Tank Garcia fight played out just how I saw it happening, bro. It was, I think Garcia was up early, but I do give it to Tank. Tank started the outboxing towards the end, even before the knockout. Tank shook back,
Man,
started
Tank
the
looked like a
outboxing towards the
damn.
end.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just that
Tank came
his
in there
hands
looking like a bar. He was
Yeah.
switching. Tank was switching on his ass, and I
Yeah.
mean, he was going southpaw. I was like, what the hell is he doing, man? He was just doing all kind of shit in there. I was like, damn, Tank.
See,
You
let
know
me
what I'm saying?
click on this a little bit.
He had a bag that night.
Hey, I believe he was letting Garcia getting relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Letting him feel like he getting cut because he got the reach on Tank. So Tank got to let him feel something to let him come in. You know what I'm saying? Tank said he'll catch it on the glove. He'll catch it on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And then so once he got that distance down pack, he broke that distance down with that countering Garcia lead. He was counting his jab with the overhand left. And then once he broke distance, he would go to the body with the right uppercut and then throw the overhand left over the top. And once he did that, he caught Garcia and made his ass do a squat like he was squatting 600 pounds. Hey,
Damn sure
Yeah,
did.
they didn't show that shit.
A perfect breakdown. Perfect breakdown.
that was the shot that ended the fight when he caught him and he did that squat, I said, "Oh yeah, it's over with." And that's when Tank started breaking him down. Or Garcia started punching off, you know what I'm saying, off instinct. But Tank was slipping, sliding, moving in, and cutting that distance off, throwing that uppercut and that left hook over the top, and caught him again. Caught him against the ropes. And that's when Garcia was like, "Man, where am I at?" He started walking the Tank corner. He started walking the Tank corner.
That's the style that Tank is starting to master, that he's going to use to get these pure boxers that are in 135 and start giving some real trouble. I mean,
he's going to fight the jab. He's going to parry the jab.
He's going to let these guys throw. He's not going to chase them.
About that Devin Haney situation.
That's the thing about what Boots was fighting Karen, that I wish he didn't chase him as much. You got to let these guys throw on you. You can't always walk forward. You have to play mental games with them. You got to let them know when you have to play tricks with them. You have to set traps. And Boots doesn't really set traps like that. He's always coming forward. And Tank used to do the same thing too, always come forward. But then he realized, okay, I got to set traps with people. I gotta play the mental game with them and the physical game. Because he has the equalizer.
If Dog was in the ring running from Boots like that, he got it in his mind before the fight that he was going to run. He had it in his mind he was going to run.
We got that. So let him come to you.
Yeah, but look what happened with Evan, with the guy fought Boots.
What do you mean?
Let him come to you.
They giving Boots somebody to knock out. Dog seen how his dog got knocked out against Bud. He don't want to be like that.
So that's why you don't chase him. Let him come to you.
But Dog was
gonna go after Boots.
As soon as he caught Boots on the ropes, he just stood right in front of him.
Exactly.
He stood right in front of him.
Corinne had in his mind, Corinne had in his mind, I ain't finna be a highlight. Like you could say,
I'm not finna be that.
I'm not about to be this dude. I'm not about to be on this dude highlight reel. You get what I'm saying? So go ahead.
I don't care who you are, bro. You put a high level fighter in a ring that's not interested in fighting. They can make it real ugly and not get knocked out. I don't care how much knockouts you got,
right?
How good you are. If they don't want to get knocked out and they got a chin,
it's not about getting the knockout. It's about how you do it, not always about what you do.
But you gotta give me a similar example that these other guys have done that.
Hey, Wilton,
after the fight, his whole team was sitting there smiling because they made it through the 12th round. Oh, we made it against Boots.
People keep bringing up Dickinson and Ortiz.
I'm not disagreeing with that. That dude definitely wanted to spoil the party, but there's always been guys who want to spoil the party in boxing. There's ways to clean them. There's ways to get them out of there.
What weight class Tank came up from?
130.
Nah, before that.
His debut was at 126.
126. So I see Wilton Henry in here talking about he brought up a guy from 130. Tank came from 126, bro.
They always forget that.
Yeah, I don't like. I hate when people, bro. Don't
not even a real 135 pounder.
I hate when people use that. Look, I hate when people use that whole weight thing, bro. Look, them guys made that weight so they was ready to fight on fight night. That's how I look at it. Don't
not to mention no excuse. This nigga Hector bigger than Tank.
No, Gamboa came from where? For Crawford to fight him. And y'all give him props for that.
126 too.
Yeah. And then if you say Crawford too small for Arrow or either or, Crawford came from 135, moving up to 170.
Bro, if you made weight, you was ready. That's how I look at it, bro. If you made weight, you was ready.
You was ready.
It's boxing.
That's the thing.
That's what it is.
I got a question for you. Oh, no, go ahead, champ. Go ahead. I just want to ask y'all, because with what y'all saw from Boots, do y'all think like this the thing? Because people saying that he got exposed and all this and the crazy shit now. They saying that he's not that good of a fighter and all that. He a hype job. I seen all different type of shit today.
Yeah, that's cap.
That I can't believe. How does Boots versus Errol and Boots versus Bud play out in y'all mind? Like either or. How does Boots versus
I mean, he beats Crawford.
He beats Crawford.
Hey, we all think he beat Crawford. We all agree that he gonna beat Crawford. It's just that everybody.
I don't agree. As a Crawford fan, I do not agree.
I think it's gonna be tougher than everybody think, though. I think it's gonna be tougher than everybody think. I don't think it's just gonna go in there and beat Bud like that.
I want to see. I want to see what it looks like.
I definitely want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see what it looks like when somebody actually is willing to wants to win against this dude, like wants to fight back.
What
You
Tank?
know,
I've
you know
yet to
why
see
I think.
anybody bring the fight to Boots and have the advantage.
But I'm gonna tell you why I think Boots beat Bud. But I'm gonna tell y'all some real stuff. What I noticed about Terrence Crawford. Okay, it's no secret that Terrence Crawford gets hit a lot by guys that we feel like shouldn't be touching you, and they touch Terrence Crawford good. Some of these people wobble him. Mean Machine made him touch the canvas. My thing is this here: Terrence Crawford has never fought somebody that was on his level offensively. So if these dudes is way below you offensively and they can touch you like that, what's gonna happen when you get in the ring with a Jaron Boots Ennis or here even a Keith Thurman? But y'all say what y'all want about Keith Thurman, but his offense is world class. His defense might not be. His body, his punch resistance might not be. But when Keith Thurman get to throwing punches, he is as efficient as everybody. No, it ain't even just the power. He's an offensive savant, but this dude is an offensive fighter. He throw great punches. They fast, they powerful, and they accurate.
Yo, let me get this super chat in. I'm here for boxing. Thanks for that $5 super chat. He said the chat cooking today. Pull. He said you're a gentleman. I appreciate that, bro. You know what I'm saying? This where the hardcore fans come at. You know, we discuss boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? We get it in. You know, did y'all hear somebody talk? They was talking about Tank fight was rigged. Y'all heard that shit?
That's what
Highly
Brother
disrespectful.
Haney said that Tank they were cheating for Tank because they paused the action for the fight.
Man, look at this.
Yeah, I think that's just Devin talking, bro. At this point, Devin he don't like Tank, and he gonna say shit. I don't feel like it was rigged, and I don't feel like they paused it on purpose. It was just some crazy shit went down, and both fighters stopped and looked at this shit.
Yeah,
they didn't know what was
backed
going
up.
on. Yeah, they didn't know
They
what was
backed
going
up
on.
from each other. You protect yourself at all times. He did the right thing. He backed up in the corner because he could have got laid out.
Well, I'm glad neither one of them threw a punch then. I respect the fact that neither one of them went for their opponent because that was a crazy ass moment. And they both, I guess, you know, eye contact told them, look, I'm about to look over here. You know, you know what I'm saying? I guess they both agreed at the same time because they both stood there in front of each other and they looked off at the same time. So I'm glad nobody stole a punch. I'm
But
glad
have y'all ever heard about somebody losing their sight though in a fight? Like for real? Have y'all ever heard of that?
Say that again. Say that again.
I said, have you ever heard of somebody losing their sight during a fight from a hit, from a
Not
shot?
in boxing,
Oh, yeah,
but that happens all the time in football.
No, listen, Whatchamacallit just said that happened to her. Y'all wasn't listening to Clarissa Shields. She said Savannah Marshall, she hit her and she couldn't see out her right eye.
Yeah, that's what she said after the fight.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, that happens in football a lot. It takes a
That's crazy.
But y'all,
I
did
mean,
y'all
you get
check out?
hit. You get hit with that much blunt force. I mean,
Where's your head,
shit
man?
can happen.
Did y'all check out? Did y'all check out? Man, the few punches Tank connected with got him up out of there, bro. He was just banging this dude.
That's what I was just discussing. That's what I was just
I was
saying.
impressed. I was impressed, bro.
Yeah, Tank
Those body shots from those different angles, man, was just crazy, man. It was crazy.
Hey, what's that? I'm here for the boxing. You must be in the hallway. You got sweet acoustics behind you.
You in the bathroom or something?
You got those.
Yeah, I'm at work. I gotta put hours in.
You got the,
Man,
you got the
but
office with the nice ceiling.
I do feel bad for Rashidi, but you know what I'm saying? He went in there overconfident. You know what I'm saying? And he should have paced himself, man. You know, his boxing IQ, he's got a good boxing style, but he got to learn how to pace himself. I think he punched himself out and you know what I'm saying? He just kept coming. He should have kept the fight in the middle of the ring, you know what I'm saying? And he was just doing too much. I think he just punched himself out throughout the round. He was killing dude in the first 8 rounds, but he just didn't have enough stamina and enough, you know, he was just moving too much. All that ducking on the ropes and shit. And I mean,
yeah, I think he felt like I think he listened too much to what people think. Because I'm gonna tell y'all why I say this. Because anybody I ever seen the boxers I like, anybody with common sense, bro, you up damn near every round before he actually started to touch you. But you got 2 rounds to go, man. Start clinching this dude. If you tired and you ain't got no more legs, you know this dude hit harder than you. Why the hell you wasn't clinching him to buy yourself some time to get out there fight?
For sure.
It ain't nowhere in hell I'm getting my ass kicked by somebody with an Elvis Presley haircut, bro.
Hey, did
John Travolta.
Did y'all see that Rashidi hurt him early in the fight with an uppercut, and that's why he had tried to get him up out of there. It was like the 3rd or 4th round. He had threw a bunch of
Yeah.
punches against the ropes, tried to get him up out of there. Spent a lot of
Yeah,
energy.
but still, as a coach, bro, I'm looking at the team crazy too. Because as a coach and everything, bro, why y'all wasn't telling that dude to survive? Bro, you up? Don't let your fighter go out there and throw the fight away and get his ass knocked down twice.
And Speedy ain't got no power. He ain't got no
Right.
power.
He got power. He just don't
Well,
sit on his punches. I
I
mean, you
think
gonna
he
lose
just
power when you're running all night
he
and you're trying
replaces
to
his
you're
power
trying
for
to
speed.
you're trying to outbox a guy that's obviously a better boxer than him, but you're just
Man,
doing too much. Doing too
you could
much.
Right.
see it, that shit was so gradual, man. That shit was like round 8. He just had one step. He just got slow with one step, man. I
Yeah.
think Villa landed
You
a
think he
body
ran out of
shot.
gas?
Yeah, man. He just like all that shit. He just started
No,
slowing down
come
from
on
It
there.
now.
looked like he ain't had no
Hold
pop on
on.
his
Yeah.
jab though. Like he ain't have a strong
Villa
jab like a Ego.
he threw low blows. Took a lot of legs from
And nigga was
Rashidi
looking
too.
like Maidana out there.
He threw them low blows. He threw 2 straight low blows back to back in one round.
Hey,
Took a
was that
lot of
dude a
legs
serious
from him.
contender though? Was he a serious contender?
Rashidi
Who?
should do
Rashidi?
some back.
And if you ever notice when a fighter start complaining, he started complaining. I said, "Oh shit."
Yeah. That's
When
that's
he
Yeah,
started
that's
I seen
that's a
that.
complaining,
red flag.
he said, "I'm
Hey,
like,
dog
oh
look
Like,
extra
lord."
huge
but
too, though.
let me ask y'all a question. Out of Villa and Rashidi Ellis, which matchups, like in the welterweights, is more interesting between them two? Like for example, wouldn't y'all rather see Villa versus like a Stanionis or Earl Spence or Boots than a Rashidi Ellis versus any of them?
Yeah, I'd rather see
That
Villa
depends on
versus
Rashidi. If
yeah.
Rashidi wants that rematch, let him do it.
Yeah, bro. I just ain't nothing interesting about Rashidi to me. Like he a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, but like it's not something I'll pay money to see.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm different, bro. I like the matchup between the boxer and the brawler, bro. I know a lot of people they want to see two brawlers. I'm not into that shit, bro.
That
I
was
don't like
the
Rock'em
second
Sock'em.
most entertaining
I
fight
don't
tonight.
like, yeah, I don't like Rock'em Sock'em robots, bro. I don't want to see people wail on each other. If I want to do that, I can click on World Star and watch two people punch each other in the face over and over again.
Okay. What about
Right.
boxer
I want to see
punches?
some art to that shit.
Yeah, I do like boxer
But
punches though. I do like boxer punches.
Boxer
So
puncher, that's an art. You
Like
boxing.
yeah,
Tito
That's a skill
Trinidad
set.
and De La Hoya.
That's a skill. That's Floyd Mayweather type in 135. That's a boxer puncher.
Yeah, but when you get two
now,
boxer punches in the ring, that you don't get that often. What we're used to
now,
seeing most
now,
of the time is boxer and a
What?
and a and a
now,
puncher.
I would call what you saw with Rashidi getting exposed. Now that's getting exposed
He
right
don't got
there.
no
You know what
power,
I'm
Oh
saying?
man.
yeah.
You know that
I
he got all the
mean,
way. All you have to
he
do,
ain't got no
all
gas
Boots
tank.
have to do is go in
That
there and
too.
pressure the shit
That
out his
too.
ass. Pressure the shit
He
out
don't got.
of him. Yep.
He do got
Boots.
heart though, because he could have
So
got
y'all
stopped in
don't
that
think? So
fight.
y'all don't think he really won that fight, or y'all think he
I,
really
I
lost that
thought he,
fight?
oh, he won the
He
fight.
lost that. He lost
I
that
thought
Yeah,
fight.
that's what I
he
was thinking. I
won
think
that
he
fight.
won that fight.
in boxing,
I
but
think he
listen,
won that fight.
listen, in boxing,
I think
my
he
bad. Go
You
ahead.
gave the
think he
judges too
won?
much. I think he gave judges too much to look at, bro. You know what I'm saying? When he went down 2 times in the damn round, I mean, it's like he was
That
That's
trying to
second one
lose that
wasn't a
motherfucker.
knockdown. That
Hey,
yeah. I
you
second
mean,
one
cannot
those
do
wasn't
two
a
that.
knockdown.
You
knockdowns
can't
gave.
do
I
that.
mean,
You
that was it.
listen.
Look
You can't
here,
do that at the end of a fight.
if Devin Haney could hold on to goddamn Jorge Linares, he could have held on to goddamn Villa. Goddamn it. I mean, if Floyd Mayweather could get Falumaloom and hold on to Sugar Shane Mosley, he could have held on to that dude.
Man, how big
He
was Villa? Villa big.
man,
Hey, Villa big
Tall.
though.
He's slow
Villa a
enough
big
to
ass
grab
dude.
him.
he got them
Yeah, but
long
once you
ass
grab him,
arms.
you gotta hold on to him.
He got to hold on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
call
I
him
mean,
I call him
Hey,
Antonio Villa. He looked like
but
Margarito out there
but
with more.
man, Ellis was so
He
hurt,
remind me
bro.
of
He was hurt.
Maidana.
yeah,
He
throw an
was
uppercut and
hurt.
be out.
See the thing. The reason why he don't remind me as Madonna is because he don't punch from all them different angles and like
Right,
you know
True.
the
right. And he's slow as hell.
And Maidana had crazy
Maidana wasn't
gas.
slow. Maidana wasn't slow. That dude
Madonna
Villa
ain't
slow.
slow. I feel like he more
Yeah.
Margarito than Maidana because Margarito's slow and telegraph his shot and
Yeah,
still
Hey,
hit.
yeah.
don't get
Did
it
did
twisted
Margarito
though.
Margarito
got
have this
fast.
kind of
But
power though?
Hey,
Margarito didn't have no real. He ain't had no real power like that. That was
right.
Yeah, this guy
Hey,
got
all
more
that
that
power
dude
the,
than
Villa.
him.
Hey, that
the
dude
shit in his
Villa.
Yeah, he
glove.
was his
Hey,
startup
He
was
was using his
crazy.
glove
hey,
quick.
Villa got power, bro. Villa power is real. That shit is not hype.
Nah,
His
that
power
shit
not
real.
hype.
Bro.
Hey,
And you know how you
people,
could tell
people, hey, people
you
say
see
that.
how. Mhm.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Oh, I was about to
Now I
say,
was gonna
people
say.
keep saying that. Oh, my bad.
Now I was gonna say you could see how he was throwing them things, man. You could tell he had power. I mean, even when they missed, you could see the wind go by goddamn Ellis' face, bro. I'm talking about. I like, man,
Hmm.
if he get hit by one of them blows, bro, he gonna be hurt, bro. And
Yeah.
oh man, he made a miss for 8 rounds, bro, and he kept throwing. I was impressed by that, man. I was like, this dude here,
I
Hey,
think
The
that's
wow.
dude,
fishy
the
though,
dude
bro.
was
He had the
straight up
same
and had
energy
no
he
head
had in the
movement.
first from the 12. I
He
think
was
that's fishy, bro.
he a slow plotter. That motherfucker hit hard though.
he
Bro,
hit. I
I'm trying to
mean,
tell you, bro. I said you get hit, and he was missing them by inches. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, bro, don't get
I
hit
know.
pulling out.
Yeah,
yeah.
Ellis
I
kept
know he
pulling
ain't the
out,
most
getting
skilled.
hit at the
He
end, pulling
look. I
out,
know
and
he
he
ain't the
getting
most
hit.
skilled, but
Hmm.
anybody that hit that hard is an issue for anybody at welterweight.
And it's
And
dangerous
But as a
too.
he might
fighter,
not
but
be a
as a
boxer, but he was pacing himself. I remember when me and Poole was calling that fight. I was saying he's not running after Rashidi. He's pacing himself. He's letting Rashidi burn some energy. And right when he got around the fifth and sixth,
he picked it
five,
up.
6, 7, 8. Those are swing rounds.
Hey, that's
Nine,
why
Hey,
we
10,
you
gotta
hit
11,
the nail
12.
respect.
on
He
the
won
head,
That's why we
those.
bro.
He
gotta
won
respect
Those
those
are
Karen,
not
easy.
because
swing
Karen was
runs,
able to do
bro.
that for 12
Those are
rounds.
swing rounds because he
No sir.
started cutting the ring
No
off
sir.
and really started laying
Yeah,
some wood on him.
That
yeah.
man ain't land nothing until like the ninth round.
Nah,
Well,
bro.
well, that's
Six,
how you
seven,
know.
8. He started
Well,
putting in work to the body.
well,
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
Karen
how you know.
didn't
nah,
That's how
gas
you know
out.
that dude had.
nah.
That's how you know he got confidence in his power, bro. Because he never got rattled. But think about it, this dude knew he was down. But if you
Exactly.
looked at his body language, he was not discouraged, and he felt like he could win that fight the whole time. That dude got supreme confidence in his power.
Yes, he
That
do.
guy's
Yeah,
gonna be a problem at
yeah.
147.
You
Yep.
know, I mean, he took his time. You know how Miguel Cotto just take his time. You know what I'm saying, in the ring. He just got that poise, man. Certain fighters got that poise when they got that confidence. You know, they know what they come in there to do, and they know what they can do. And he had that poise like that
Yeah.
last night.
Stuck to the
I was just
game
like,
plan, got the W. I mean, can't hate
yeah,
on that.
you sure did, man. I was like, shit. But I think it was my boy. He said it was gonna be an upset though. It was only one person who said it was gonna be
I
an upset,
said
and that
that.
was, yeah, you said that.
Yep.
I mentioned that in the
Yep.
stream. I said my man said it was gonna be an upset. You
I
know what I'm
watched
saying?
his fights, and I watched Rashidi's fights against Rocha and other fights too. Rashidi gassed out like around round 6, and he don't got no
What,
power.
what you call yourself, World Combat? What you call yourself?
Who, me?
I be called. What you call
World
yourself?
Con.
Oh, I'm gonna go by Dirk Banks. That's the alias.
But that's World Combat. Goddamn, I know that you can got that booming ass mouth, got that booming ass mic and shit. Let's see. Joan Turner says, "Your logic is flawed. Why did? Oh, he talking about some old shit. T word be on that shit, man. He says Hector had hurt his hand, wouldn't stop that from occurring. T word be knowing some shit, man. Let's see. Schizo Paul, what's going on, Schizo Paul? He says the fight break help Hector more than help Tank. Yeah, man, Tank bring confidence in his power too, man. I mean, he just know he gonna break you up, man. The way he just went in, he started fighting like a barroom fighter at one point. You know what I'm saying? In the fight, he was just doing all kind of different shit in there, man. I was like, wow. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The angle he was taking away from old dude, he couldn't even escape. You know what I'm
No way to
saying?
escape.
Yeah,
Yep.
And Tank,
right after that fight happened, he told Hector, he was like, I'm about to knock you out.
wow.
Right after they broke Meek Mill him up, he told dog, he like, that saved you, that helped you.
Mm.
Hey, but see, I
That-
saw
Yeah,
that
man.
different, bro. Actually, to me, what I seen, this is my opinion. I thought Hector was doing good up until
He was.
y'all wild, bro. Because this done happened to me before in sparring, bro. I feel like Hector know that Tank is the better fighter. He know that Tank has the more power. But I think what Hector had a focus that he came in there with and a plan that he came in there with, and everything was working out good until that split second where he took his eyes off Tank, and Tank saw something. But you can tell when somebody not locked in no more, and he wasn't locked in because up until that point I thought he was winning that fight. But as soon as that break happened, bro, he was never the same. Hector was not the same after that.
Well,
I
Hector
thought
playing.
I thought
Hector
Tank was
playing.
up. I thought Tank was up around by the time he got the knockout. I
Yeah.
mean, he was
I
breaking
said
him
it by the
down.
third round when Tank started shooting it overhand left over that jab. That's
Yeah,
when I
he was
said
breaking
it.
him
Yeah,
down.
yeah. I think Hector Garcia playing was the counter Tank every time to counter him more. You know, what I'm saying, with more punches and outwork Tank. That's what he was trying to do until he started getting volume.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
Hey,
know.
It looked
real
like he
quick.
wanted to set it like Tank said he was trying to set him up. It looked like he was trying to set him up for a right hand, But it never came because Tank never took the bait, and he kept using angles on him, and he started breaking him down. And he never could get to that. He never get to that part of the fight where he could catch Tank with something big and start walking him down.
Why
So it is what it
everybody
is.
talking about? Why everybody talking about Garcia hurt hand? But when Tank hurt his hand against Cruz, they was like, "Oh, Cruz beat him." When Tank beat that man with one hand,
because he's the best.
But when Garcia hurt his hand, it's an issue. It's a complaint. Oh, he hurt his hand. Tank hurt his hand and still won.
When you're the best,
Man,
that's what happens.
Garcia is a joke to me, man. You know what I'm saying? He can box, but to
Yeah.
me, he's got to go out there and
Hector
fight.
Garcia.
He got to go out there. He got
I'm talking about
to.
Hector Garcia.
Oh, Hector Garcia.
They talking about Hector Garcia hurt his hand in that fight. That's what somebody's saying right now. John Turn.
Hey, they ain't got nothing to do
got
with
his
it,
face
bro.
hurt, too.
They ain't got shit to do. Y'all know how I feel about Tank. I ain't taking nothing away from Tank win. I don't give a damn if Hector hurt his hand, where he wasn't the better fighter that night.
No. Man, that nigga, he got shocked to the body, bro. That in the head, and he was just fucked up. When he buckled them legs, it was over, bro. It was over. When he buckled, I said, "Oh shit."
Yeah, he walked back. He walked back to the corner like, "Hey, I can't see. Did I get knocked out?" He had
He
to ask,
walked to
"Did
the
I get
wrong.
knocked out?"
He was walking to the wrong
He was
corner.
walking into the. He was walking into the ref.
The referee had to turn around, like, "Hey, buddy."
The wrong side, young man. Like, he
Tank
didn't know where he was.
Watching, looking out the ring.
Cause I thought he was gonna come back one more and get knocked out, but shit, we were talking and shit during the live stream, and all of a sudden he ain't come back out, and Tank did the flip on the rope. I was like, "What the hell I missed?"
Yeah.
Did you see
It
Tank?
looked like I thought he got his orbital bone broke or something like that. It looked like he had an eye socket issue.
But boy,
But
you don't
he just
remember?
got
You don't remember
concussed.
when we was talking about that fight? It was me, you, and up on here, bro. I was telling. I said, bro, he keeping his hands too low. I said, bro, on the end.
Yeah, you did say that. Mm-hmm.
Go back and watch that fight or any one of his highlights. Hector Garcia is the only fighter I know that used the same stance when he at distance is the same stance when he up close. Every other boxer pulls their hands up and go to like a semi-high guard. They bend their knees and they drop their center of gravity. That's standard. That's basics of boxing. The closer you get to an opponent, the tighter you want to be, and you're supposed to bend your knees more. The closer you get to your opponents, the more your knees supposed to be. He don't do none of that, bro. His legs stay straight and his hands stay down.
It didn't even look like that shot really hurt. It didn't even look like that was a real big shot, though. It just looked like he kind of the one he hit him with that fucked his eye up. It just looked like he kind of clipped him with it, but that was a big shot.
No, it's the one that made him do the squat. That's the one you need to see.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
the one that
good.
made him do the
Oh,
squat.
okay.
For sure.
I think he don't like them body shots. That's why he do that. That's what it looks like. Cause he got a beard. He was taking them though. He was taking them headshots for a little bit, but when he caught him to the body, and he got him hands to get even lower, and he caught him real clean in that chin. That's when it was over.
Yeah, hey, me personally, I give my body up if I'm fighting Tank before I let him get my chin.
Ooh. I don't want to give him neither one.
Neither one. I'd rather not get hit. Fuck that.
The power is real though. I'm impressed, man. The power is real, man. I was like, geez, man, this guy get hit.
It's the punch placement. He's so accurate and fast with it.
That too.
It's
very
on
impressive.
On point.
He got that torque on that damn punch. You know what I'm saying? Speed, power. He just got it, man. He looked big in that fight. Didn't Tank look big in that fight?
Yeah, I thought Garcia was gonna be a little more bigger than him, but nah, Tank was he filled up 135 at this point. He's a real 135 pounder now. So
how long y'all think Ryan gonna stay in the ring with him?
Ryan not getting in the ring with him at all. No, listen, Ryan is not getting in that ring at all, bro. Don't fall for that, bro. Y'all never listen to King Judah. I be telling y'all, bro, don't fall for that cap. I told y'all Bud wasn't gonna fight Spence, and I'm telling y'all that Ryan Garcia is not gonna fight Tank.
Yeah, I have to see it to believe it too. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Raul Emily Jones? What's good, Pool and Panel Chat? What's good, bro?
Well, Mr. Fishnet Tequila Booty.
Did they say a date already?
Yeah, April 15th.
I sound like they're gonna fight, bro. It sounds like they're gonna fight.
Hey, y'all heard the reports on Garcia? Not Garcia, but Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
What's going on?
A girl said that shit. He he had made them exchange clothes, and wanted her to chase him around, pin him down, and put a tequila top in his booty and fish for it.
Bruh.
Oh my, bruh.
Can we get
Oh
back
my God.
to? Can we get back to Garcia?
Yeah, now y'all know Oscar a little freaky, you know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. He was a hell of a fighter though. He was a hell of he
Different.
was one hell
That
of a
boy
fighter though.
different.
Hey, I
I
tell
tell you
y'all what
what
though.
though,
Hey, I tell
if
y'all.
he was putting that tune in there when he was fighting, goddamn it, he was damn
What
good fighter, goddamn it. More fighters need to put
what
tune in
happens in
their head.
Vegas
More
stays in
fighters
Vegas.
need to put some tune in
Hey,
their heads and shit.
I tell y'all what, bro. That Tank fight. One thing I can say, bro, it didn't change my prediction for him and Devin Haney. It made me feel even more that Tank is gonna have to knock Devin out, bro. Because what I seen is a pattern with Tank. As good as Tank is, the one thing Tank and what nature gave him was a short frame. So everybody who's taller than Tank and they want to use that jab to keep him at distance, it does take Tank a while to figure that out. And my thing is, bro, Devin Haney is levels above Garcia. So that knockout shot that he got on Garcia, it may never come. I was arguing with somebody when I was watching the fight, and I said something, I believe it's in my heart. I said that Tank was able to hit Garcia more times in one round than he gonna hit Devin in the whole fight. I believe that in my heart. If you count up this shit,
You gotta notice something with Tank though.
I'm just
Tank,
telling. Hey, I'm
he's
telling you what I know. I'm
Tank
telling
has
you what I
become a
know, bro.
master. Tank is a master at setting traps, man. He's gonna set fool's gold for these boxers, man.
Devin gonna keep
He's
on
not
throwing that jab. Tank is gonna slip that jab and land something critical.
Tank
He's
keep
gonna
studying
land
Canelo
something
though,
critical.
bro. He keep
Critical.
doing that high guard walking forward shit, man.
But
Like
he can fight. He not only fight with high
Tank doesn't do
guard.
that. He doesn't
He
do that
fight
every
in the
fight.
Philly shell and a traditional
Exactly.
stance as well.
Bro,
He switches it up. Whatever he needs, he switches it up.
Tank is gonna have to. Anybody that's taller than him that know how to use that jab, bro. Tank is gonna struggle to get in, bro. Y'all saying that he don't fight like that every fight, bro. If he step in the ring with Devin, he gonna fight the Devin. He gonna fight the fight that Devin make him fight.
Nah, he gonna let Devin get off.
I disagree.
Devin's gonna jab, and he's gonna sit there in the middle of the ring and let him get off. That's what I saw in the Garcia fight. He didn't back up. He could have backed up. He could have moved forward and try to chase him. He let him get off. He gonna catch and shoot. And Devin, you can step back,
line Devin up,
or you can go ahead and take the fight to Tank. He's gonna give you that option. But you're not gonna. You can't assume if your game plan is to assume that Tank's gonna chase you around the ring. That ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So you're gonna have to come with something different.
And the thing about Devin, sometimes when he throws that right hand, his right foot comes out in front. Or sometimes he gets off balance if somebody slips that shot, and that's
Exactly.
that's a flaw that he has as well.
Tank's gonna sit in the middle of the ring and let them boxers punch. Go ahead and punch me.
The only flaw I saw with Devin Haney that I was scared of is one that looked like he fixed. I always said that if you watch his fights before that second George Kambosos fight, he keep that right hand too low. Like, we go in that Philly shell, he keep that right hand low, and that's why he kept getting hit with it. But if you watch his last fight with George Kambosos, he kept it up the whole fight. So that looked like a flaw that he fixed to me. That was the only thing I was scared for Devin.
But listen,
I look at Tank like Deontay Wilder though, man. I look at Tank like Deontay Wilder, man. Their opponents got to be perfect for 12 rounds, man. They got to be perfect.
Let me get this super chat in, y'all. Trail Stoker, thank you for that $4.99 super chat, my brother. He says, a spliff, smoke, drink, and full kind of boxing, nothing like. He said, I learned so much from Pool and this intelligent panel. Salute. And I appreciate that. And you said something down here, Trail. You said, he says Tank showed a willing to take a punch. That's something we don't talk about. How Tank, he'll take a punch to get his shit off, man. He's dangerous for Dev, because did you see the punches Tank was taking, bro, to get in there?
Yeah,
man.
Shots.
I mean, he was just standing there letting dude, you know what I'm saying, so he could,
he would let his opponent open up while he opens up. Because he knows he got the power.
Yep, that's a way better strategy than chasing somebody around. And if he's willing to do that with a Tank, with a Devin or a Shakur, they can't just assume he's gonna run. He's gonna follow them. They're gonna have to stay in the middle of the ring and take chances just like he is, or they're not gonna be able to score no points.
But they gonna score, bro. Devin jab is gonna hit Tank, bro. He gonna score it easily. The only thing
You're just gonna throw it. You're gonna throw a jab in the middle of the ring all day. You're gonna have to throw combinations too. You're gonna throw something, or that jab's gonna get countered.
Man, Devin is a complete fighter, bro. He gonna throw whatever it takes. But I'm telling you, he gonna be up on the cards because his jab is gonna land all night. He's gonna be up on the scorecard.
So when he
not going
finally
to
gets counted on that jab, let's hope he doesn't get knocked out right away. Because that would make the fight. That's when the fight really gonna start when Tank touch him.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point that anybody who hear my breakdown, they never listen to that fact. You thinking that I'm saying that Devin just gonna come in there, jab Tank, and he ain't gonna do nothing. The part that we have yet to see and we don't know is what Tank gonna do to respond to. Because at any point, yes, Devin can get hit and get hurt. I'm telling you that if Devin don't get hit and don't get hurt, or if he get hurt and he shake back, or even if Devin go down and get up, Devin can outbox Tank for the rest of the fight. That's a possibility.
Is Tank a headhunter?
You said what?
Is Tank a headhunter?
Not every fight. Not every fight. Not every fight. I seen fights where he headhunted, bro. I seen fights where he headhunted.
He don't strict.
Yeah, so that was a long time ago. He's not really been a headhunter for these last 3 years or so. He hasn't really been a headhunter.
Well,
he changes levels really good. He changes levels good.
Yeah,
he changes levels really good, and he goes from offense to defense really good. So I don't see him headhunting, especially with a taller fighter.
What's the worst punch y'all think Tank can give somebody?
Uppercut.
Man. That's his
I think so.
Best punch.
And that's off the jab. That's off Haney's jab. The uppercut off Haney's jab is going to get him trouble.
Yeah. Bro, I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen. Y'all gonna be mad when it happened, bro. Devin Haney is gonna fight Tank the way he did George Kambosos in that first fight.
He's not gonna
let him get close. And every time Tank do get close, Devin gonna clinch him. He gonna piss y'all off. Y'all think Andre Ward? Listen, y'all think Andre Ward was counting his clinches at first? He gonna count them bitches up when he fight Tank. You gonna be counting them clinches. They're gonna be racking up. This is gonna be 30 or 40 clinches.
You know, Tank can fight on the inside. He's not afraid of clinching.
It ain't about that, bro. You see one thing about somebody who want to clinch you, you got to get off before they can clinch you. Because once they clinch you, they're not gonna let you go into the ref break y'all up.
You do know that Tank's the smaller fighter, right?
That's the point of clinches. You can clinch a smaller fighter, bro. Height, size ain't got nothing to do with somebody grabbing you.
So you're not gonna clinch the smaller fighter faster than you're gonna get hit. You're gonna have to take a hit or two before you get that clinch off.
And guess what? When you clinch, you open your arms up. And what does Tank do well? Throw the uppercut up through the middle.
That's what I'm saying.
You not, bro. All you have to do,
He's a smaller fighter. You're not gonna just clinch him first without getting touched when you have to come down to his level.
Bro, George Kambosos is smaller than Devin Haney, and he clinched him.
Kambosos is not that small.
Kambosos is not Tank.
He's not that small.
That ain't got nothing. You just said size, but I'm telling you that size ain't got nothing to do with it. Not you saying he's not Tank. I'm telling you that his size ain't got shit to do with it.
I'm saying Tank is way smaller than Kambosos. Kambosos is a little taller than
bro,
Tank.
It don't matter how small you is, bro. You can be clinched. You thinking, oh, I'm little, so he can't clinch me. You crazy.
If you're coming down to clinch the smaller fighter and you're the taller fighter, you're gonna get exposed. You know that, right? So I mean,
bro, everything y'all saying, bro, y'all banking on this one thing. Oh, he gonna miss. Oh, he gonna go to clinch and he not gonna get it. That's gonna be the end of the fight. Y'all
hold on, Judy, before you say that, because
Cash Crypto say Tank got the metal shield and Devin got the glass.
Yes, exactly.
That too. I mean, it's a little different when you get touched up. A little different.
Tank slip, slide, hard guard.
I don't think he's gonna get touched up, bro. Like y'all talking about one of the best defensive fighters in boxing, bro. That's one thing I noticed about y'all. Y'all give Tank all his credit, but when it comes down to Devin, y'all conveniently forget shit about Devin. What y'all saying is,
you know what?
Tank got good offense. He does. Tank got good power. He does.
Tank got good defense. He does.
But what y'all talking about? Oh, Devin gonna get hit this. You talk about one of the best defensive fighters in boxing.
Here's the thing. I don't think Devin's that much better boxer than Tank to the point that you're making.
He's not.
Because Tank is just smaller. He has smaller physical range, but Devin is not that much better of a boxer than Tank.
If Tank
was just smaller,
the boxing world would be in trouble.
Exactly. He's just smaller than the Devin. So all I'm saying is, especially if you have a guy who has power, who's a smaller fighter, who's coming to you, and you're trying to stop him from coming forward, if you're going to expect to clinch him the whole night, the smaller fighter, you're going to expose yourself. That's why I see Tank. I see Tank trying to counter off of his jab and staying in the middle of the ring. I don't see Tank chasing Devin around. I see Tank using angles like he did with Garcia and slipping, catching, shooting, and not trying to chase him.
And I see Tank being down on points. I don't see Tank outboxing Devin Haney. That's what I'm telling you. So if he don't
And
knock
that's the
Devin Haney
only
out,
way
he's
he
gonna
gonna
lose.
lose.
No, I don't see
Here's the
it.
thing, though. I don't see Devin being as aggressive with that jab if he's getting countered off of it. You have to take that into account.
Bro, I'm taking into account is when they step in that ring on fight night, whatever happens, but if the bell ring and Devin don't get knocked out, Devin is gonna win.
That's an assumption.
Hey,
You can't
If
assume that.
Devin continue to jab Tank and Tank can't really catch him to knock him down, he's gonna lose that fight on points.
Oh yeah, he will.
You're
But that ain't
assuming
gonna
that.
happen.
You're assuming that Devin's gonna be aggressive with the jab, and he's not gonna get caught with anything. If Tank goes to the body, he might not be as aggressive with the jab.
I'm
We've
gonna be
seen
honest with
Kambosos
you.
do
All I
that,
can do is assume right now. That's all I can do is assume
and
that this is gonna
Kambosos
happen.
caught him with a couple left hooks. He wasn't as aggressive with the jab in the second fight, so it can happen.
Because he was going for a knockout in the second fight. He's not gonna go for a knockout against Tank.
You gotta give Kambosos some credit.
I never said
he was
that. No,
switching
listen.
stances.
I never said nothing about Cambosis.
He was getting in easier.
I told you that
So
Devin was
Devin had to
going
change
for
it
a
up too.
knockout. I told you that Devin was going for a knockout against Cambosis. That's why
Devin was
Devin
still
wasn't as
sticking
aggressive
to the
with
jab until the
You
jab
just said
was
he
getting
wasn't.
countered off of.
You just said he wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. He was getting countered off of. So
No,
he
he
didn't
wasn't
go with the
getting countered
jab.
because
You
even
got to
if you
give
listen to
Kambosos
Andre
credit
Ward,
for
even if you
switching
listen to
up.
Andre Ward, they said Devin is standing in the middle of the ring right now. He is standing his ground. He is going for a knockout. That's what happened.
I'm just
That's what
saying.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm saying the same thing you're saying.
Kambosos ain't Tank.
I'm gonna tell you this.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
This,
he's not. Cambosis is not Tank. That's why Devin.
When the jab
at
ain't
no
working
point-
as much, you're
at
gonna have
no
to stand in the
point-
middle of the ring and
At no point,
exchange.
no, he's not. At no point in that fight is Devin gonna stand in front of
Okay,
Tank
man.
and try to knock him out.
No,
no
that's
point
not
in
what
that
I'm
fight.
saying. But he's
now
not
here's
gonna.
one thing.
Tank ain't gonna be chasing him.
Check this out,
told,
fellas.
told Devin,
This-
do not stand in front of Tank.
This is one thing to consider because if he beat Lomachenko impressively, that's gonna give him all kinds of confidence, bro. Not that he has
I get what
confidence
both of y'all
problems.
saying.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna really sharpen his skill and confidence level to beat a Tank. You know what I'm saying? If he beats Lomachenko,
Yeah.
and it
I
depends
want
on
that for
how
him
he
too.
beats how he beats Lomachenko. If he goes in there and just dominates and just destroys Lomachenko, man, it's gonna be tough for Tank to beat Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna be on his head space, his experience gonna be on a whole nother level. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Being a Lomachenko.
It's like this
you know?
too, OG Pool. People ain't looking at that Tank is a southpaw. You know what I mean? The last time he fought a southpaw, was JoJo Diaz, who,
And JoJo Diaz
who's
was
a
touching.
volume puncher, but not a guy that's very powerful. You know what I mean? That doesn't possess the type of power that Tank does. But he was able to get inside at times when he wanted to. You know what I mean? JoJo, when he pressed forward, JoJo was in the kitchen.
Yeah, he put his hands up and walked forward.
Yeah, he put his hands up and walked
And
forward.
was
And Tank has
touching.
shown the propensity to be able to be willing to give one, give up one. Take one to give one. And I think that's a dangerous game that you playing with Tank. And if Devin doesn't make Tank respect his power, I don't think it goes 12. And that's what I don't give a damn how much he clinching and all that. Because see Devin, him being the bigger guy, and him having that long torso, you got a guy like Tank who does masterful body shots. See, people don't give Tank enough credit for going to the body the way he does. And you could say you want to clinch all you want to. See, Tank is so quick and athletic that he could take a step back and throw a mean straight left to the body, or a mean uppercut to the body, or a mean hook to the body, and double that uppercut like he did against Hector Garcia in there. But Hector Garcia is a southpaw, so it was southpaw against southpaw. See, orthodox fighters, I don't see, and that's what this Loma fight is gonna give Devin confidence for.
Right, listen, I got you, bro. Like I got you with what you're saying, bro. But what y'all failing to realize, it's two sides to the story, bro. What y'all realizing is, bro, Devin is a different caliber of fighter that Tank has ever been in the ring with too. So a lot of them punches, everything you saying Tank can do, bro, you're not letting me finish, bro. You keep cutting me off and shit. But what I'm trying to tell you is all this stuff y'all know Tank can do. A lot of them punches, when Tank go to do that, Devin is not even gonna be there. That's what's gonna shock y'all. Y'all gonna see Tank do all this shit y'all know he can do. In the vast majority of the time, Tank swing at Devin is not even gonna be there.
And you saying that like
bro.
Tank slow as hell.
Tank is not that slow. That's what we're trying to tell you.
This not about a speed thing.
They both black.
This is a caliber of fighter thing.
They're both black.
This is a fighter thing. This is a
Tank
caliber of
is
fighter
gonna
thing.
cut off that ring on Devin ass. He's got smart footwork. He know how to cut off that ring. He know how to throw to where you're going, hooks through to where you're going, and hitting that body to make you stay still. That's a skill set.
Yeah, Tank is not a
avoid
Mexican
punches.
fighter. No
And
offense.
Devin
He's
knows how
black
to
too.
avoid
He's
punches.
gonna be there.
And Devin knows how to avoid punches too. That's a skill set. That skill set. Avoiding
Bro,
All I'm
punches is a
saying
skill
is
set.
Devin's not that much better of a boxer than Tank, where he thinks he can run away from Tank the whole fight. That's his fool's goal. He's gonna have to sit down with Tank and have him respect his power. It's gonna
At some point
have
in
to
that
happen.
fight, he's gonna have to fight.
He's gonna have to fight. He's not gonna be able to run like Karen all day long and win the fight.
Every great fighter has had to do that. When two great fighters get in the ring, you're gonna have to find out who's the boss.
I'm not saying he's not gonna be able to fight,
It is what
but
it
he's
is.
gonna have to fight.
But I don't
And
care
he's
what.
not,
I'm really
he's
not
not gonna have to
the shit y'all
slug.
saying.
He's gonna have to give him something to get some respect in that ring. You can't just keep pivoting and jabbing all night.
No, he ain't. He gonna score. He gonna score on Tank. When Tank close distance, he gonna clinch Tank. They gonna get separated, and he gonna repeat the process.
I just got to see it, man. I
And
just think these
y'all
guys.
That'll work for 3 rounds. That's not gonna work for 12 rounds against Tank.
When that shit go down, man, no, look, when that shit go down, Paul, whether it's Tank or Shakur, no, whether it's Devin or Shakur do it to him, I want you to remember King Judah told y'all that, and I don't want to hear shit about it was a boring fight. When they sit there and frustrate Tank and they blow his ass out and he can't knock them out, don't say shit about it was boring. Because I'm telling you what the fuck they gonna do.
But at the same time,
take it easy, brother. Take it easy, brother.
I'm telling you what they gonna do to him.
You think Tank is? Hold on, let me ask you a question. Though. You think Tank gonna get caught and not adjust to something that's gonna be done the same time over and over for 3 minutes times 12 for 36 minutes? All it takes.
That's what that's fool's gold, bro.
You talking about you
fool's
can make an adjustment
No,
to be you can make an adjustment to be
bro. Fool's goal.
Hold on, let me finish though.
Fool's goal is to think that Tank gonna knock them out for sure. That's fool's goal. Y'all saying he gonna knock them out for sure. That's fool's goal.
I didn't say he got it. I didn't say he gonna knock him out for sure. But in a decision fight, we seen a knockdown or two to change the way that the fight is scored. We just saw it with Julian
I
Rush.
agree.
You can
I
be winning
agree
the
with
fight
that. See, I mean,
give up a
now we can
knockdown or
talk.
two.
We can talk about that. Yeah, we can talk about that.
And close the gap. And Tank can win a round on Devin. Tank can win rounds on. He's not gonna get beat.
Nah, it ain't gonna be a shutout. It ain't gonna be a shutout, bro. But I think in a 12-round fight, bro. Honestly, I'm not knocking Tank in an honestly fight 12-round fight. If he don't knock Devin, let's say he don't knock Devin out at all, right? And it's just off his boxing ability. I think Tank win 3 rounds at the most against Devin.
See, that's fool's gold.
Yeah,
Devin is not that much better of a boxer than Tank.
He ain't doing that much. No.
I think they both.
Hey, I got the same thing, bro. I got that shit 9-3. That's what I got.
They both going in with a plan. They both going in with a plan. That what's the name going in there? Haney going in there with the plan to jab and stop Tank's aggression. Tank got to go in there with a plan to get past that jab. That's it.
Right. Hey, it's a good fight, bro. This is my thing. When I argue with most people, this is my thing. I say the same thing every time.
Man,
I don't
y'all
ever
think
say.
they think Devin weak, boy. They think Devin weak as hell.
Yeah, they do, bro. They really do.
I don't think Devin
I'm
weak.
trying to give Devin his credit.
Devin is a great fighter, but people must think Tank is
They ain't got no faith in my boy over there.
Nah, but what it is, bro, they
I like
underestimate.
Dev, but
No,
Dev,
what it is, bro.
we gotta stop this. We gotta stop this. Devin's the most incredible boxer in the world kind of narrative. He's gonna have to start. He's moving up to 140. He's gonna have to start fighting some of these guys.
And I like Dev, but I don't see him doing all that to Tank at all.
Floyd had to fight them guys when he moved up.
That's what I keep trying to tell you. Hey, Renzo got the beat. He say, left jab ain't the punch to use against the southpaw all night. Look,
it
man,
is not.
That southpaw, man, that southpaw stance gonna start making it tricky. You throw that jab, that check right hook gonna be there eventually. What?
Yeah, that right hook gonna come to the right hook to the body, then it's gonna go to the top.
But if your jab fast enough and you good enough, bro, you can use your jab. It depends on the boxer. You can use your jab though. It just depends
and you're
on the
talking
boxer.
about Tank Davis.
Yeah,
He's not that better of a boxer
I'm
than
talking
Tank
about
Davis.
Devin Haney, bro. But hey, what point? No, let me say this. Let me say this, bro. Let me say this. I'm not taking nothing from Tank, bro. But y'all piss me off when y'all say stuff like we talking about Devin Haney. I mean, talking about Tank. Y'all gotta realize I got just as much respect for Devin Haney as y'all got for Tank. So y'all not telling me nothing. You say we talking about Tank Davis here. I'm talking about Devin Haney.
Okay, it applies both ways.
You're talking about a basic strategy is going to beat Tank. That's what we're trying to tell you.
What you
a
mean?
basic strategy is not going to beat Tank.
It ain't you say Devin gonna beat Tank and that's it. We saying that Tank gonna beat Devin.
That's cool. And what I told y'all every time I say Devin is going. I started off the same way. I say if Tank can't knock Devin out or catch him, he gonna lose. I'm acknowledging the fact that if he catch Devin might lose. I'm acknowledging it.
I acknowledge the fact that he might outbox Tank.
Yeah, I think Tank could
definitely outbox Dev, especially if Dev starts running away from the power and don't want to exchange as much.
Bro, no, that's me, bro. He is not gonna outbox.
He could definitely get
Devin for a 12-round
outboxed.
fight. Not for 12 rounds, bro. He is not gonna outbox Devin for 12 rounds.
If you don't want to get touched, you can lose a boxing match.
Karen just ran for 12 rounds and lost against Boots.
It can happen.
Bro, Karen did not have any intentions of fighting, but Devin ain't gonna run from nobody like this.
He ain't gonna be throwing like that
sound like.
He ain't gonna be throwing like that neither.
Why he not? He gonna throw when he's supposed to, bro. Devin is a complete fighter.
He's not gonna mix it up with Tank, brother.
He is an elite fighter. He don't
We
have
ain't
to
gonna mix it up.
So if he's not going to mix it up, how is he going to score points?
How is he going to score points all the
He's gonna
time?
throw the shots he's supposed to throw. What
His
kind of
jab is
boxing do
gonna be
y'all
all
watch?
through that fight.
You think he's going to beat Tank Davis with a 1-2 and run it all night?
I'm talking about what type of boxing I do. That's my profile picture right there. I do this shit.
Then how you don't know? How you don't know he don't have to mix it up to score points?
Let me ask you
How
guys.
you don't know that? How you don't know he don't have to mix it up?
See, you ain't let me finish my point.
Hold on. Go ahead.
So the jab is the only thing you need to win a fight.
Where y'all think Frank Martin fits in all this?
Frank Martin, dog.
He right up there.
Frank Martin, dog, man. He up there. I mean, he just got to get his fights, but yeah, he up there. I ain't taking nothing from him. I think Frank can beat anybody.
I think once if he knock Pitbull Cruz off, if they fight, he right there, number 4-5.
It sounds like Shakur about to get Pitbull. What y'all think of that?
Shakur all day.
Shakur.
I think Cruz capping, bro. I don't know why. He ain't
capping on that.
Ever since he got that little fake ass celebrity, you know what I'm saying, for losing the Tank, man, he just been in a whole nother universe, bro. He don't want to
Shakir gonna catch him. Shakir gonna catch him body.
He want that check.
Hey, hey, Pooh, can I ask one question though? Like, cause I got one question, man. Did JoJo get in there and land on Devin?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
And he was a southpaw. And did he hurt Devin in that fight one time?
No, he didn't hurt
Devin visibly
I don't think he hurt him.
he ain't hurt
I don't think he hurt him.
He didn't really hurt him.
Y'all didn't hear what I said though.
Devin ain't get hurt. Why
But y'all
JoJo don't have no power. JoJo
But
ain't got no power.
y'all didn't hear what I said. Huh? I said that was the fight. I said if you watch every fight before that second George Kambosos fight, Devin had a bad habit of leaving his right hand low. Everybody who watched him knew that. Me and Paul used to talk about it all the time. He keep his right hand low, and if Tank catch him, it's gonna be over with. But if you're watching this fight with George Kambosos, he had that right hand up every time, like he never did before, ever in the fight before that. I never seen Devin keep his right hand up that consistently for a whole
That's to avoid the left counter. Because it was coming. That's Kambosos' best. That's Kambosos' best punch. That's why he had his hand up.
But that punch coming from the other side.
That's what he said. The right hand.
Yeah.
No, Devin keep his right hand up to block the left hook.
Yeah.
But no, at first it was low. At first
Exactly.
it was low.
But Tank is southpaw, so it's coming from the left side.
So that's a right hook, my brother.
So that's a right hook.
It's gonna be a bad. I'm telling you, like Devin is a bad man, but shit, they better stop sleeping on Tank. Like he's just gonna get clinched all night.
Hell, why y'all bullshitting Tank? Maybe retire on our ass.
Yeah, he took
right. It happened. You making a lot of money.
A couple times.
That's gonna be a train wreck when they get together.
Oh man, the fan base.
I can't wait, man. I hope it happens. It might not happen till 140 though.
They might do a catch weight.
Yeah, it could. I want to see it though. I love
especially if he looks impressive against Loma, which I think he should, and he should mix up with Loma.
Gonna fight him. I don't think Loma gonna fight Devin either.
You know they gonna
fight. They're gonna fight.
Loma fight.
I think Devin and Loma gonna fight.
They waiting Devin out, bro. They waiting Devin out, bro. Like
it's gonna happen.
Them out.
Yeah,
bro, that's business.
Yeah, that's the business of it. But
I just hope Devin ain't gonna look like he looked the last fight because he looked like he was just drained.
It's more than business because you know he got to stay down at 35 waiting for him. You know what I'm saying? You got Ramadan and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I want these fighters to want to fight each other at their best. You know what I'm saying? Not looking for these little advantages.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was scared for Devin, bro. At that last weigh-in, I was scared for him. When I saw him looking like that, Bro, I thought he was gonna die in there, bro. Because
That nigga look like
I know,
Michael Jackson Thriller.
right? I know they rehydrate, bro. But to see a fighter look like that before a fight, you can't. It's hard to feel confident for him going in like this.
Yeah, he looked like Michael Jackson with that suit on, Thriller suit on.
No, he looked like he was sick, bro.
Well, we only got one more. If he looked good against Loma, I could definitely see him and Tank doing a catch weight to get that fight done.
Well, Tank said he won everybody before he leave the sport. He won all the guys that he came in with. Well, that's in his in his era. He said he won all of them before he go.
How much y'all think that fight would bring in? What kind of pay-per-view action that would get?
Oh, that's big money, bro. I think that's bigger than Crawford Spence. I'm about to fuck y'all head up, but
especially if they do that in Vegas.
It's Tank. It's Tank. Yeah, and then everybody want to see Dev. And Dev and Tank together. Yeah, I agree.
Do it in Vegas with all the stars. Oof, that'd be a big fight.
They need to do it in Texas.
Hey, do it in Texas. That's closer to me. Yeah, do it in Texas.
Do it in Texas at the AT&T ring. Man, that's gonna be live.
But it's time to see a Shakur Devin. It's time to see Tank Devin. It's time to see those fights.
You can feel it brewing up, like it's getting near, like it's almost to the top.
You can say what you want to say about 154. They get it on up there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They get it on, and these other weight classes, they got to start doing the same thing, bro. All this, you know what I'm saying, strategic, fighting and shit. Nobody wants to see that shit, bro. We want to see it's time for the best to fight the best. I'm tired of the business of boxing getting in the way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, them dudes should have been mixed it up. Shakur coming up to the 135. I think Shakur, I think he'll fight anybody. I mean, that's what I love about Shakur and Dev. You know what I'm saying? They'll fight anybody. That's one thing. That's one thing they got going. He got all the belts. You know what I'm saying? So there's something to be said about that, to be undisputed and you'll fight anybody. I got quiet as hell on that shit.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I mean, he didn't have the same journey that for undisputed that Mel had. But
no, I don't think it's been a long time since somebody had that kind of run.
Yeah, Mel had a beautiful journey, man. That man had a beautiful journey for that undisputed. Tony Harrison.
So
twice.
Anybody hear from Terrence? What the hell going on with Terrence Crawford? Anybody hear from Terrence Crawford? What's going on with him?
No, you heard that stuff about Steven Espinoza on Twitter. He exposed Terrence.
What he said? I ain't hear about that. I heard somebody talking about it.
I got to get my phone, but some dude was talking about the fight. Hold on. Just give me a minute. Y'all go ahead and chop it up.
Yeah, I followed Terrence. He in Thailand training on vacation.
You're gonna get some of that Manny Pac-Man shit.
Yeah. I don't know what he said about what Espinoza said something about the negotiations. They starting that back up again.
Well, if they're gonna fight this year, they need to be talking.
Yeah, I mean, if they not BSing, I'm here for it still.
Yeah. They gonna do it. If not, let's just keep these fights going.
Yeah,
keep Thurman waiting, Boots waiting. You got all these people waiting. If not, y'all move on, both of them.
Nobody want to see Terrence Crawford fight at 37 and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he'd be 36 next year. Goddamn AARP fight.
No exhibitions, bro. You a fighter that's a game right now. I'm saying you still got like at least a good 2 years left. Let's get these big fights, man. He should want to do. His camp should want to set those fights up, bro. Especially when you've been at top rank for most of your career. They done built you up. You had all the matchmaking done for you. You had, you got all the accolades. You got all that part of boxing. You got that side. You did all that. I mean, you got fighter of the year, undisputed, beautiful. Can we get some big fights, please, Team Bud Crawford?
Bro, I still can't get over that David Avanesian fight, bro. That shit pissed me off, bro.
Yeah, man,
all these dudes who want to get in a fight, trying to fight the champion, man, that nigga did not deserve that fight. You know what I'm saying? Boots. I mean, Boots sitting there, he deserves a fight. David Avanesian didn't deserve that fight, bro. We got to stop this in boxing. This got to stop happening. You know,
Facts.
for a dude to be around at 147 for 5 fucking years, or 5 or 6 years, whatever. I think it was 6 years, right? It's been 6 years,
Yeah,
something
something
like that.
like that.
You
Yeah,
know, he need to. I mean, he gotta do better, bro.
it's been a
He
minute.
gotta do better.
And he hasn't had not one intriguing. I mean, except the Porter fight. That was like the one intriguing fight he had at 147.
Yeah,
I ain't
and
no one
they
here for
fucked
that.
that up, and they fucked that up in the damn fight, throwing in
Mm-hmm.
the damn towel.
Do some B because the fight was getting good. The fight was getting
Hmm.
good at that time. You know, round 8, 9, and 10 was real competitive, man. To see them throw the towel like that, man, that was so disappointing. It left me deflated. I don't really go back to what I like. Terrence is my favorite fighter. I really enjoy his style in the ring, but I really don't go back to watch that fight because of that ending, man. That was really deflating.
Yeah, and that's why EJ left, because he was pissed, because he knew that was bullshit. He was pissed off about the ending.
Yeah, I just didn't like.
Yeah.
I ain't like that shit because my thing is this here, right? A lot of people was trying to tell me, well, he knew his son was gonna get hurt, right? But this what I know about boxing, bro. One thing about it as a parent, one thing about when you whatever sport you let your kids do, you count the cost before you let them do it. Because your child always asks you, can I play football? Can I box? You don't think all the years that Sean Porter been boxing, right? Just remember how Terrence Crawford hit him. Look at Sean Porter reaction to getting hit. He was never hurt. You don't think Kenny Porter ever saw his son hurt more than that before? Come on, don't tell me he was scared he's gonna get hurt. I know for a fact you done probably saw Sean Porter get hurt worse than that in sparring.
Man, you can't hurt Sean Porter, man.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, I know all these years, that been your son his whole life. I know you saw him hurt worse than that before in his life. Why
Man,
would that
Sean
be the
Porter
reason?
got up, man. He got up, was
Yeah.
ready. He was looking around. He was coherent. He was ready. He could have still went.
A lot of people said it was a power struggle, and I believe that more than anything. It was a power. That's why he retired, bro, because they had been stopped seeing eye to eye. That ship had sailed this course. That was the last straw, bro. Like, them dudes, they seem like they got that kind of relationship where it's like they chip it. They chip it. So he was like, Sean Porter must tell him, look, I ain't listening to nothing you saying. I'm going to fight Bud the way I want to fight him. Well, I'm the boss. I run this. Oh, you ain't the boss of me no more. I run this. Oh, I'm going to show you. I got the last say so. He threw the towel in on his head.
Kenny Porter looked like the kind of dad that'll take your lunch money for a fucking week, make you
Yeah.
go to school. He controlling and shit, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, he made him into a champion, so you can't really say nothing. Made him
Do
into a
y'all think
champion.
they? Do
They
y'all
both
think
got
they should
faults
use
because
this to
I
treat
tell
them?
you what,
Hey, Judy,
I,
my bad.
Yeah, what's up?
You know about unbiased fan and that dude recording the boxing on Twitter?
You say who?
The
Unbiased fight
unbiased
fan.
fan. He actually got a Twitter page and not a Twitter page but a YouTube page. But
Yeah.
according to boxing, he got a Twitter page. I don't know who he is really, but he be on here all the time.
Yeah.
Tapping to Bud. But KO boxing was on there with him, and that's what they was talking about
Where
him Stephen F. Ewing and
where you
shit.
get that echo? You got YouTube on, bro?
yeah, you got to turn your YouTube off in the
I don't got
background.
YouTube on. I don't know why I did.
Somebody
I'm
got
come back
echo.
in.
All right.
Now I think that's when he said he at work, huh? He got some kind of echo because of the room he in. That's what they
Oh
did.
no, I'm on mute.
Yeah, I
I got
forgot
mine
about that.
muted. I got mine muted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but I enjoyed the fights this weekend. It was awesome. Only one I didn't really like that much was Demetrius Andrade fight. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
he's
that was
heavy in
weird.
that. I'm so used to seeing him at 154. He was just a little bit slower, but the
Yeah.
I
getting
don't know.
slapped up
Was
by
I tripping, bro? He didn't look powerful to me. Am I tripping or what?
No,
He
he
looked
said he feels that
powerful,
weight
but
difference.
he looked a little more sloppier than usual.
Yeah, he said
He
he
was
feels
trying
the
to
weight difference.
take his time with the punches and stuff, but you could tell he was having trouble moving that weight around. So he might need another fight to
y'all
adjust.
what was up with old boy? Why wasn't he it's like his head wasn't in the game or something. Nicholson.
I think he
Well,
was. I think
He's
he didn't know that Andrade had that much power as he did, because it looked like he got caught a couple times and he was a
yeah,
little
but
buzzed.
He was getting cracked.
he was just, I mean, he wasn't even fighting back. He would power with the jab, and then he, you know what I'm saying, he'd be
Man, he was
open.
letting him hit him. He was just taking shots.
I
That
think he
shit
was
was
wolfing,
weird.
bro.
It was weird how he was moving in the ring, and his coach was slapping the shit out of him. I'm like, bro, like what's going? He kind of reminded me of Michael Moore when Teddy took
Yeah,
the stool and shit and sat in the stool and trying to, you know what I'm saying, that kind of dramatic shit. I was like, what's going on? He having an episode or something? Something. 'Cause he
yeah.
started talking shit to Andrade, but he wasn't punching, right? I mean,
He
he was
he
talking a lot of shit, but
he the type of
I
fighter that
don't.
likes to walk dudes down, but he wasn't walking him down that night. He was getting walked down, and for a fighter like him, that's embarrassing. I could tell he was wolfing, trying to get Andrade to make mistakes so he can do something, and Andrade wasn't doing it. He wasn't giving him nothing. So that was a weird fight. Andrade should have just knocked him out and just ended it. But he didn't want to take any chances. The other guy didn't want to take any chances.
My problem with Andrade, he always having weird fights instead of just having a straight up banger. You know what I'm saying? He's always fighting some weird dude, you know what I'm saying, you never heard of. You know, he got to get himself. I mean, I don't think he's ever going to get right, bro. It's just his career just fell through the cracks. You know, if he get that the Jamal fight, that'll be his signature fight. That'll be his signature fight, you know what I'm saying? Because he just don't seem like he's going to get on track. You know, he spent all them years at the zone and they just
Yeah,
sidetracked him. I
yeah. He's
mean,
just
let
a fighter
Canelo.
who's just.
Hey, I found those threads.
All right, yeah. Let me hear it.
All right, so it first started. It's a little bit. This dude was talking about he can't wait to see. This was happened December 9th. So this dude was saying he couldn't wait to see Crawford in 2 days. So it was going down the thread, and some dude added Steven Espinoza, and he said when people learn that PBC and Showtime are big time and Bud negotiating without guarantees, promoting the A and B side argument in media, delaying fights, fight dates, etc. The finger pointing will be directed at the suits behind it all, not the fighters. And then here comes Steven Espinoza now. This is first time he replied. LOL. Showtime, big time and Bud. Yet Bud says Showtime wasn't involved at all. Make your mind up. So the dude was like, when presented a contract that offered only a percentage of the fight revenue gate and pay-per-view sales, no upfront guarantee, that is a custom for super fights. Bud apparently held up the fight for wanting his team to see the books. Showtime was willing to allow that, yes or no? Steven Espinoza said, LOL, yes. Showtime and PBC agreed to give Crawford full transparency. It was agreed in writing, and it was included in the draft contract that Crawford received weeks before the other fight announcement. And then here come the dude again. Oh, okay, got it. You admit PBC and Showtime both drafted the contract that breaks the percentage and an upfront guarantee for a super fight. That's big time in Bud. He don't know what he talking about. Moving on, the contract you speak on refers to the November fight date or the January, February date because Bud needed to fight in 22. Let me know. He said, I said no such thing. And Bud didn't need to fight in 2022. He decided he wanted to. Late in the process, without telling anyone. The Spence fight could have happened in January and has a full it was given full transparency in writing, applicable to a fight in both 2022 and 2023. So he could have fought both years. He could have fought in 22 and in 23. That's what the application really didn't have a date. It was just saying it could have fought in between that time. So the dude gonna text back like, it's ingenuous to think champions like Bud is going to wait over a year to step in the ring again with a fighter like EJ. Plain and simple. A fight like this should have
Did you see how they moved the goalposts?
Yeah,
That's
they
why
always
This is incredible.
They always moving it. Plain and simple. A fight like
they
this
moved
should
the
have a
goalposts.
guarantee built in.
I wonder who think of these talking points, man, because they'll just pick one aspect, you know. Oh, but they wasn't gonna fight till 2023 anyway.
Well, they
And
get
I
it
was
from the
like, bro,
stance.
And it's like, yo, did you see how he did that? Every single question, he's moving the goalposts further and further away, just trying to find reasons to not make the fight. That looks incredibly bad.
Hold on,
how can you defend a
explain.
fighter and defend that you're defending the point of not making the biggest fight in boxing. You're defending that. What is wrong
Look,
with these people,
here's
dog?
here's how you explain the whole thing without getting complicated. It's called duck. It's called a duck. That's what it
Yeah,
is. He ducked with
That's
him.
what,
That's it.
yeah,
that's
man.
what I
That's
was
a
gonna ask.
duck.
It's a little bit
That's
That's
what
a
I
more.
was gonna
duck.
ask y'all. I was
Oh
gonna
yeah.
ask y'all how y'all think about these unification bouts. Shouldn't they be ran sort of kind of like the mandatory? Because
No.
somebody can have a belt and keep running. Like you will never have a unification if somebody has a belt like Terrence Crawford and knows the other person wants it. But hey, if I don't get what I want, you're not gonna get this belt.
Hey, and
I
I agree with
mean,
that. I agree that my thing is about like how you said about that, right? I don't know about these other things. You know how people have mandatories and stuff. I don't get into all that. I know some people feel like, hey, bro, give your mandatory a shot. I don't give a damn about that, to be honest with you. But one thing, like you just said, them unifications. If one dude got all these belts and he made it known to the world, he want to be undisputed. The other guy with them belts should not be allowed to duck him. If that guy made it known, I'm
Who
going for
was that?
undisputed.
Oh, okay.
They should give
yeah,
Terrence
because they
Crawford.
both said they want to fight each other. Fight
That's what
that
Tony
should be it.
Just like Boots got 120 days, they should give Crawford. Nah, that nigga done had too long. 30 days. 30 days to make up his
Yeah,
mind.
30 days
Sign the
sound about right.
contract. Get up out of there, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need to get somebody who's gonna fight, bro. That's what we need. You know, he's a hell of a fighter now. Don't get me wrong, but he don't want to fight no more, bro. He don't want to fight like
Man,
that no more.
man, they tell him he got 30 days. He's gonna be Duck Wing Duck Part 2. It's gonna
Yep.
be
Gotta
Part
get
2
off
of the
that
Duck.
belt then.
I tell you what, if Jamal James, if he was up there, goddamn, he'll fight Jamal. What his name? Jamal James. He'll fight his
Mm.
ass.
Let's a
Now
little
I
bit.
don't.
It's little bit more left. Dude kept on. He continued. Plain and simple, a fight like this should have a guarantee built in. If not, leverage is given to whatever promotion is willing to. Bud chose money. Oh well. He said exactly. We agree. This is Stephen Espinosa. Exactly. We agree. Bud chose to pursue a different fight, and that's why Spence versus Crawford didn't happen. Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia remained committed to a career-defining legacy fight. That's why we're getting Davis Garcia, but not Spence Crawford. And that was it for Stephen Espinosa.
Ooh, that's a burn. Damn. You can't say none of that. You
I mean,
can't say none of
supposedly he
Bro,
that.
kept going on,
Two
but not
fighters
Stephen.
chose legacy, and you just admitted
anytime,
Man,
Bud chose
anytime,
money. I
man,
mean,
anytime the boxing fans argue too much about these damn fights, man, it's like, it's just bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause
it's
it's
all
so many
bad.
champions, it's so many fighters that could be fighting right now, man. I just don't understand what Jamal he could be fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many fighters out there, and we're just not getting the fights. I mean, we should have a fight every goddamn week, a great
Yeah,
fight
it's
every
true.
goddamn week. You
It's
know
You
what
true.
know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying? Hey, it's bad. Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
It's bad when somebody can use Ryan Garcia taking a fight to make you look bad.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, this is all bad, bro.
And man, I don't know. But boxing is
All
turning. I'm
bad.
telling you, it's turning to WWE for real, bro.
For
I mean,
real.
you still got Adrian Braun out there capping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he needed to sit his ass down, bro. To
And the
me,
capping is becoming more blatant.
I'm just like, what has he got against PBC, man? I mean, it's like they built this man. They made him who he is today. He got a real problem. And then still asking for a damn exhibition fight from Floyd, bro. Floyd don't want shit to do with you, bro. What's wrong with you? You
Hey,
really he
I was about to say EJ told him to stop that whining. You see, he ain't clap back at EJ yet. EJ must have got his mind right in boxing, but you don't never say nothing to EJ.
shit. EJ knocked his
He
ass
just
out.
knocked him out.
And shit.
Yeah. Cooked him.
I could see how it went too. He thought he was gonna show EJ some shit, and
Mm-hmm.
EJ went in there and knocked his ass out. He ain't had to quiet him right on down. The can man got canned. That's all that happened.
Damn.
The man got
Say it
his
ain't
own
so.
ass tore up. You
Say
know
it
what I'm
ain't
saying?
so.
That's all that
Yeah.
happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but I got to get up early, you know what I'm saying? And we'll try to come back if I, what I'm saying, get in early tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? I got some driving to do in the morning. You know what I'm
All
saying? I
right.
appreciate everybody slide through. Y'all subscribe to Inside the Square Circle with King Judah, and y'all subscribe to Young Billionaire. Y'all know how his stuff go over there. He interviews with the boxers. He's talked to the boxers, and he got a lot of inside knowledge.
of the fights and everything in the boxes, and they know who he is. So y'all subscribe to Young Billionaire, man. He got a fly ass channel over there, man. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man,
Y'all
thank
know
you,
who.
OD Food. God bless, man.
YB.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
y'all take it easy, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
So,
man.
All right,
Take
y'all
care.
enjoy.
Oh,
shout out
let
to
me
Let me
read
read
this.
this.
This what Alex Shear Jones said. He said y'all gonna have to find more Europeans for Bud mandatory in May.
God damn it. God
boy,
damn
y'all,
it. I
y'all
ain't
hell,
watching
boy.
that shit.
All
Look
right,
at that.
y'all.
All
I'll
right,
see
peace out,
y'all in
man.
the next
Peace to
one,
the
man.
God.
God bless
All right,
everybody.
boy.
Mm,
Be easy.
mm. Oh.